This is the One Piece Podcast, episode 914 for the week of Monday, April 13th, 2026. My name is Zach, and on today's show, we have very special guest translator for One Piece and Weekly Shonen Jump and Manga Plus, Stephen Paul's with us. How's it going, Stephen?
It's good. It's good. We were talking about it before the show. I've had a long day. Had to get up early again because of my wife. But everything's good. I got a lot of work to do as well, and I will be taking the reins for most of this episode, which we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, it's been quite a day.
Yes, rest your voice, Stephen. We have lots to talk about. And on here for his live reactions, we have our official archivist, Ken O'Connor. How's it going, Ken?
I'm doing okay. I did not know what was in this SBS we'll be talking about today, but before the show, I glanced at a couple images, and I am not okay. So we will see how this unfolds.
Listeners, I want you to take what you know about Ken and extrapolate what you think is in
what could I possibly be upset about of all things?
Is it the episode image already? We don't know. We don't know that. As we sit here today,
if that's the episode image, okay, never mind. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We are a minute into this, so we have no idea. We have actually a ton of news, so we're going to do a dedicated segment to that in a moment. Before we do, please, as a reminder, subscribe to us on patreon.com/OnePiecePodcast. We have alternate images, alternate titles, ad-free episodes, early releases for OPPLA, which, by the way, this is the week that our interview with Aura, who sang the Am I Enough? Tony Chopper, that theme for the live-action One Piece series, that comes out this Wednesday. We just released the Rob Coletti interview, which I think, Ken, you said was your favorite so far?
That was my favorite one we've done so far. Just because Rob was so... I'll say laid back is not the right term, but he was so easygoing. He seemed genuinely interested in wanting to be part of like the fandom and like doing like the convention circuit in the future. He wants to come back more and like do more with Wapple. He was just so cool. I thought all the behind the scenes was really good, and I think you and Alex did a really good job with that one.
Yeah, I was already like at the beginnings of COVID with that one, I think. So I'm probably, you could tell in time, I progressed through the interview.
A little bit. You let Alex take the wheel for most of that one, but Alex is a big Wapple enthusiast, so it was really good. I enjoyed that one a lot, actually.
I also just, Alex is great, and speaking of laid back, Alex has just this laid back persona as well, so that's a great combo. And he was doing a good job. I would rather other people take the wheel. So check all that out. The OPPLA episodes, the video is available early and ahead of time. Early and ahead of time means the same thing on patreon.com/OnePiecePodcast. Ken, did you have something else you want to say?
Yeah, and if you're part of the Patreon, the sticker crew, the new poll is up for April. We have the Lego Nami on Elbath as one choice versus the Give a Hoot Luffy with a Biblio in the background as the two sticker choices this month. So go vote on those polls on the Patreon.
What's the current standing as we sit here this evening?
Luffy is actually winning 54%.
Ooh,
over the Nami Lego, which I'm actually surprised. I voted for the Nami Lego one myself, but
those are both great ones. They're
both excellent. Yeah,
that's. I'm not like a person who has stickers everywhere though, so I can't put myself in that mentality.
I'm the same way where I have that fear of once I place a sticker, it's permanent, it's there forever. Yeah. So I keep most of mine like in a big binder with like big like sleeves. Like, okay, here's all the art in sticker form in a binder, almost like collectible cards.
Yeah, this is exactly how I am. And I'll say one more thing on this tangent is like when I get like memorabilia, like food. Like you get like a candy bar or something with like, and it's like the One Piece, blah, blah, blah. Like I can't ruin this. It's
I'm the same way.
Except it will rot because it's food. Anyway, these are the struggles. Today on the One Piece podcast, Stephen, what do you have for us?
Well, the manga is off and
what?
Yeah, I believe it or not, Oda didn't do his job this week. No, so
And
Yeah,
he
we're
still
going to
gets
go
paid.
over. Yeah, we're going to go. We're going to do our volume recap of volume 114, which is the latest one. Now, I know that this is a month late. We never usually say this, but it's worth pointing out that yes, all this information, it gets leaked the second the leakers get it, and then when the day the volume comes out, within 24 hours, all the SBS information is up on the wiki and everything. So, chances are there's probably a good percentage of our listeners who have already heard all of this stuff before. And there isn't necessarily going to be anything particularly new with the way that we cover it. But, it's a fun way to react to it and, have some fun with it.
Speak for yourself, Stephen, because Ken and I have no idea what's in this. I have the volume in front of me. I have not looked at the SBSs, except for that one thing that we just looked at right before we started. And so, I save this for my Stephen SBS corners, whatever you want to call them. Stephen story time, I think, is typically.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, we'll go through it. I'll give you my version of the text off the top of my head, and then it's. Zach and Ken here will be I don't know if you ever watched those downtown, the Gaki no Tsukai, punishment games, all those Japanese comedy shows where it's the guys don't laugh or you'll get smacked or whatever. Whenever they do those shows and they're on a closed set, so it's not in front of a live audience, there's only 6 crew members there with them, and they're the ones who have to be the audience. And so you'll very quickly notice that whenever something funny happens, there's just 6 guys off to the side of the camera who are all going really loud, just to make it sound like there's a live audience there. So that's what Zach and Ken will be doing.
I feel like there's a lot of TV shows that are like that. They're not filmed in front of an audience, so you'll have their staff laugh. Like I was talking about Conan's podcast before. It's just 4 people in a room with them, and they're always you get the 4 extra people in the back. Yeah.
Or they have this.
Well,
I think Zoom 8. Zoom 8, whatever that was.
I have a button for this. I don't remember which button it was. We could find out right now. No, that's funky music.
I was going to say, is it going to play the funky music?
That's horn jazz. That's horn jazz.
Yeah, we're not hearing these either.
Yeah, we don't hear any of this, but...
No, it's on Zoom. It's coming out in the main recording.
In the audio. Okay,
that's
yeah,
applause.
Okay.
All right. We got applause. Right. I figured it out. Third one. Okay.
Figured out what the buttons are.
So we have... This went way longer than I thought. So we also have news. We have that recap of volume 114, and we have some piece together, so why don't we get straight into it?
Let's do it.
This is our news segment, and we have a lot of it this week. What do you want to start with, Stephen? What item piques your interest?
I mean, should we pick up where we left off last week and
is that where you
talk
want to
about
start?
The revealed details of this, oft rumored Popeyes?
Oft rumored.
Yeah, that cupcake was a lot more varied than we thought.
Oh. Did it? Okay.
I think we know less about the cupcake than we did last week.
Someone said also that the ad for this Popeyes One Piece thing looked very AI'd, and I'm looking at it, and it really does. Looks extremely AI'd. This is...
Oh, boy.
I didn't even look at this closely before because it's I'm not... As much as I love fried chicken, I'm not doing this, which I'll explain later, I guess. Okay, I'll read their AI-ified thing, but begrudgingly. The Popeyes One Piece collaboration, April 13th, exclusive collectible, whatever that might be. It's only one collectible. Boston, Chicago, just the box, yeah. Which is free with purchase. The box. Coming to Boston, Chicago, LA, New Brunswick, New Jersey, New York City, and Miami, but I think just one place in each of those cities.
It's one location each, yeah.
Which I think we might have. Oh, I have all the information. I'll go through it at the end of this.
I just love how in this image it's like Boston, Chicago, L.A., New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Because
no one knows where that is.
New Brunswick? Isn't that where anime? There's a con there. It's the one in New Jersey. It's not called Anime New Jersey.
That's not.
It should be.
That's not Anime Castle, is it? No.
No. That's a store, I think. Shit, I can't remember. I've been.
It doesn't
there.
matter.
I can't remember, and it doesn't matter. That's right. Popeyes and One Piece have come together for more than just a delicious menu collaboration. A bounty of exclusive collectibles. Okay, whatever. They are being given away with the purchase of a Luffy's Bento Bundle. Blah blah blah. It doesn't say really anything interesting. It's available in Boston at 304 Squire Road, Reverie, Massachusetts. In Chicago, 621 Ogden Avenue. In Downers Grove, Illinois. In L.A. at 7635 Winnetka Avenue. In New Brunswick, New Jersey at 571 Milltown Road. In New York City, 1530 Broadway. And Miami in 1427 Washington Avenue. So get in line. I apologize to everyone who works at Popeyes in those locations.
Oof, yeah. Was that your version of the New York?
Yes.
Yeah, the Simpsons episode. Okay, yes. I know exactly what you're doing. Yes.
It was always very funny to me that in the middle of the sentence it switches voices.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is dumb.
Yes, I think we could agree.
Yeah.
Like last week when we were talking about this, I was like, okay, it's a weird Popeyes collab. Like I was on the fence as it was anyway. But like, sure, there's a Popeyes like 15 minutes from me. I'll go there and check this out just for the sake of like, it's One Piece. It's something to do kind of thing.
No, but it's not 15 minutes from you. It isn't 15 minutes, is it? Is this location 15 minutes?
No, not. There's a Popeyes 15 minutes from me.
No, but
so
they
like,
won't have it at that Popeyes. It's only in 6 locations.
No, I get that. I understand now.
Okay,
like, I was going to go if it was 15 minutes from me, but it's not worth the drive out into the city for a single location.
Well,
for
don't
a
drive
bento
to
box.
the city.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing this now. But originally I was going to do this when I thought it was everywhere.
Don't drive to the city, Ken. That's just a terrible idea.
I know.
Okay, just making sure. Steven, I know you have thoughts.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Let's poll the fans. Like, how many collectible KFC buckets have you saved up over the years? This is the part I can't. I cannot get past like the idea that it's like going to be a greasy used, paper receptacle, basically. And that's what that's what you're getting. That's what you're lining up for.
Why could they only give this in 6 locations if that's all it is? That seems very unnecessary.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's nicer than we think it is. Like maybe it's actually like a wooden or plastic like composite bento box like that you get with the meal.
I mean,
like,
you would hope so, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is on April 13th, and I've learned, thanks to Adil, by the way, for posting all of this information on our Blue Sky. And I've learned from Blue Sky also the date. It's a Homestuck date. I'm going to really show my ignorance here.
Yeah, that's true.
So lots of conspiracy theories around that I can neither confirm nor deny. I'll just spread the rumors around. But yeah, they had more advertising for something that looks I'm gonna just say lame than I would expect from Popeye from anyone. I mean, there's not very much here. It's 6 locations is not very much. Anyway, we have like actual news, One Piece related, like a lot of real news. But for more Popeyes discussion, we'll have a whole episode devoted to it.
It's
I'm
real
sure.
to me, damn it.
Go
ahead. What else we got, Zach?
You've completely made me lose my train of thought. Let's start with One Piece anime stuff. First, new opening, new ending. Steven just watched both.
Yes,
Do
I
you
didn't
have
watch
thoughts?
because of my aforementioned race in the morning. The thing that I had to get up in the morning for. I have not seen the episode, but I did watch the opening ending, and I will echo what Steve wrote in our Discord, which is the opening feels like an ending, and the ending feels like an opening, which I absolutely agree with. But they both seemed pretty great. I liked them both.
I disagree with that take, but I just very much I think both fit. Like, I think one is an opening and one is an ending. Like, I personally, it is definitely mellower than I feel like some of them in a way, but it feels appropriate, especially for the first half of Elbaf, which I assume this is covering.
Oh, yeah, probably.
It gave some really good, I don't know if I even want to call them spoilers, because if you're watching, you're not going to really realize what they are. Particularly, I'll say with was it chapter 1138, the 2-page thing, there's some really cool little hints throughout the opening in particular for that. I won't say more about that, but I thought that was it was a beautiful looking opening. The song was good. The ending, my description of it was, it felt like, I think Steve, likened it to like Dreamship or like that era. I was thinking around like the Shining Ray kind of, the ones with like Robin looking up at the sky and reading, because that's what she was known for doing at the time. That's what the ending theme reminded me of. I loved it. It felt extremely nostalgic. Is it going to be one of my favorites? Probably not, but I think in this post Wano era, for openings and endings, these were all excellent. I have no qualms. They'll probably be in the higher, certainly the top half of openings for me. But at that said, it's also not going to be, probably like a top 5 or something. But it's nice. It's cute. It's cool for both. Mm-hmm. Ken, did you have thoughts?
Visually, it looks incredible, and I thought that even the more spoilery aspects went by so quickly that if you're an anime only watcher, you're not going to really notice or look for what is there. But they showed some characters and some details, very, very subtle at points, which I thought was nice if you know what it is, but at the same time doesn't outright give things away like some of the openings have in the past. The ending song, I kind of get what Steve was saying about them being swapped, more so the energy of the song than the visuals. But the ending song is great too. I like the giant bird in the ending sequence.
It reminded me of another song, and I could not put my finger on it, but it does feel very 2007. Am I the only one who thinks that?
No,
that
absolutely,
song?
absolutely.
Like a Naruto opening, like that kind of like a. Yeah, I don't know what
it hits a point where the music kind of like speeds up, the tempo increases a little bit. It's like it's a little more fun. And it's like, all right, this is more of an ending than a serious opening, but it does remind me of the old opening. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it has bursts of Hikarie and like that kind of thing where it's just like we're just having fun on the ship, which is what all openings and I don't know, that's like my favorite One Piece thing, is just when they're hanging out on the ship and having fun. So more of that, but
again, just both visually beautiful. There's some stuff with the new giant pirates as like kids, and like a sketchy,
that was cool.
Like in the opening, like I was taken aback by that. There's a section where I think most, if not all, the Straw Hats are like falling. I guess like it's from like the tree. And it's just a very fun sequence of like, oh, anime characters like falling. Like it's a very cliche thing, but it looked so cool. A lot of good stuff.
They did the homage to the one color spread where it's like everybody's getting the character that they love as a little plushie from like a crane game sort of thing.
Which works for the giants, so it's like a
right. Exactly. It's like the doll thing, and so they have like the Straw Hat versions of those in their Elbaf outfits and stuff. It's very cute, very nice. And I would say that overall, like it's maybe not artistically on the level of us in terms of just like the amount of stuff they're doing, but it did remind me a bit of that, like where it was a pretty ambitious opening in terms of like blending a lot of different things together in a way that was still cool, and you could tell kind of what they were doing each time.
Yeah, I think Us, for some people, was almost like too frenetic. This feels like a good middle ground almost. Like it's It's like a slower version of that. And
I love
it's just gorgeous looking, this one. Yeah, look. Yeah. I'm not one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
But I have heard those. Yeah, I've heard of those people existing, and I'm just, saying I don't want them to feel like they're crazy. I've lost the thread. No, it's a gorgeous opening, and I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to watching it many more times. I'll say, I'm going to try not to get on this tangent too much, but I've just I was saying before on our Discord how I'm actually watching anime this season. So this is my fourth, I think. So I'm watching Akane Banashi. I'm watching Demons of the Shadow Realm, which is excellent.
Right.
And I'm watching Witch Hat Atelier and One Piece. Yeah. And I think the problem is, so that this is related, the openings and endings for all of those are astounding. Akane Banashi, the songs are astounding, and the visuals are closer. They're not quite as so. I feel just so spoiled.
Yeah, very
especially
saturated.
Witch Hat is a very good opening, reminiscent of Delicious in Dungeon, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I gotta give some distance to this too, because I feel like I'm just comparing, and that's not really what I should be doing necessarily. We have more news, and it's OPPLA related. So the One Piece live action announced its third season a while ago, but the name of the third season is, drumroll someone. Isn't it drum roll? You're doing that with your tongue. One Piece, The Battle of Alabasta. Ken, can you summarize my thoughts for me?
Why is it of and not for?
Ooh.
And why is it the? Drop the. It's cleaner.
Battle for Alabasta. You know what? You're right. That's true too. I appreciate what they're doing, but you're right. Not only is it why the? You're right. That doesn't make sense. Battle of Alabasta, I think, would be better. Now that I'm reading,
it sounds slightly better, but Battle for Alabasta. I'm saying it out loud. Sounds the best.
It also sounds more personal. That was the reason I'm a big proponent of using for instead of.
This sounds like if you were to teach it in a college, if this is an actual event. Ah, yes, the Battle of Alabasta, when young Monkey D. Luffy came and freed the country. It sounds old and more grand than it actually is.
This is your Civil War teacher.
Yes, exactly.
Whatever that is. Yeah, I think especially just given the role of Vivi, not even spoiling anything for those who haven't seen or watched Alabasta, but it is obviously a much more personal struggle, so it feels like it should have a much more personal title. But I don't know. Stephen, your thoughts on
the Battle of Alabasta in A, 1514, B, 1532, C,
Do we know the answer to that? I forget the year. Which calendar are you using?
See, that was a bad war, because brother fought against brother until Vivi's had stopped fighting.
It's coming in 2027. I think that's the first time we got, I'm gonna say, a date
confirmation,
even though that's not this year, by the way, Ken. That's next year. Okay.
He knows how numbers work.
That's when you start throwing in words and letters. Start getting a little woozy.
Those are more complicated.
You were right about oven 4, right? I agree.
I'm right about many things, including months.
We'll see. Yeah, but I am excited for it. Unrelated news, there's been IGN posted an article with the showrunner, the current showrunner of One Piece, and it was also reported in Gizmodo and I think a few others, and I've been seeing a lot of the YouTube clickbaity kind of articles, they plan on going forever with the One Piece series and the live action.
20 seasons at least.
Good for them if they do that. But I think we've actually, I don't remember when, but I feel like we have heard that they're like, okay, we have a plan if it's going to get to this and if it gets to this. But
yeah.
that's really optimistic. Even the articles I've read are like Netflix is known for loving to cancel shows after 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Could I see this going 4 or 5 seasons? Yeah, I could. Could I see this going 12 like they're saying? No, I really don't.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
could be
yeah, they definitely have like a sort of like, I don't know if benchmark is right, but they have like a sort of a floor of like investment that they will do in their like scripted shows. And that does not, that absolutely does not guarantee that you will get more than 1 or 2 seasons. But they clearly have been investing heavily in One Piece, and it seems like that's paying off for them. So, if they do end up cutting it unceremoniously short, I feel like it's just going to be because they're like, oh, this is just way too expensive for what we need to do it justice. And so it's not, I don't think it'll be because of a lack of interest. I think it'll be because of like trying to make it fit in the budget or something that causes them to to cut it off. But it does seem like in terms of what they're getting out of it, it seems like it's going well.
Season 2 did very, very well. I think I read somewhere that it outperformed the initial week of season 1 in terms of like the streaming and the views. So if Netflix is happy with this, I see no reason why they can't keep pushing going forward. Like after Alabasta, you would assume the next season would be Jaya Skypiea if they split that 4 and 4.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I don't know, like all of these extra deals that they make with these other companies. Like I don't know how much Netflix gets a piece of that, but I'm sure that probably plays a part in like the marketability of it. Like regardless of what the streaming numbers themselves are, like if they're doing lots of cross promotional stuff,
this Popeyes thing is going to be huge for them.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
They're going to sell a couple thousand of those.
Apparently One Piece. So I'm looking at Wikipedia at least for like a little more guidance as to like what Netflix series look like generally in terms of time. Even though I think we all kind of know, One Piece is among only 4 in the family and kids category, which includes also Blippi, who's awful and please can't. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Which is going to have a second season. Geek Girl, I've never seen, but it also renewed. But that and Blippi are the highest that have the most episodes.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, and Blippi doesn't even say shit, so.
Oh, he might.
Really, we're best, yeah.
well depends on which Blippi you're talking to.
No, it's just one guy.
No, wait, you don't know? Never mind.
I know they have Mika. There's
actors who played. Yeah, never mind. We'll keep going.
Okay, whatever. That guy is rich. I have no qualms saying that I can't stand him. The comedy ends Emily in Paris was the most at 5 seasons. The drama end 7 seasons. Virgin River, which I just know is trashy, but maybe addicting. I don't know. Yeah, so I who the hell knows is the answer, but I think this is stuff that's currently running though. I was trying to see like what's the most of things that have already finished, so I'm not sure. But I'm sure someone out there already knows and is yelling it at their headphones right now. But that's not how podcasts work. You can't yell at headphones and tell me the correct answer. More news though, and Netflix related too. There is a Lego One Piece special coming out September 29th. This is probably, in my opinion, the most out of nowhere big news, I guess, we have of this segment. So we're not doing this in any sort of order, obviously. Did you guys have thoughts on what you saw and just generally when you heard this?
Oh, you're talking about the special. I thought you were talking about the line of
the Legos themselves.
Yeah, the new Legos.
That too. If you want to talk about that too, yeah.
No, that's just more of the same. But yeah, you're talking about the
special,
the Lego One Piece. Yes,
Netflix special. Yeah,
like a la Lego Star Wars or whatever.
except
they've done.
Yeah, it's probably a short. Did they say how long it was or anything? I don't think they did.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that like Disney Plus has a bunch of little Lego things like that where they're like, 5 minutes long or something.
I feel like they must be easy to produce because I feel like there's a ton of them. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what
I feel like once they get the rigging of any Lego figure, it's easy to just replicate that with a different skin on it over and over again.
Right, because they all kind of animate the same way with those. They kind of going back.
They
to
follow
the,
Lego rules in terms of like physics and movement.
But did you guys have any thoughts on what you did see? There was a trailer that came out and stuff.
I just looked at the pictures. I did not watch the trailer.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I could forward that your guys' way too. We don't have.
It's
you don't have to talk about
cute.
This
like, there's nothing, nothing. I have nothing crazy to think about except like we're in a day and age where One Piece is getting a Lego like cartoon, like where like you would never have seen this like 15 years ago. It's kind of crazy how far it's spreading.
I say that all the time. I'm almost to the point where I'm gonna say Brian Newton's famous line. The show's getting too popular.
I was just thinking that last night. I was like, what was Brian always say? This show's too damn popular.
We're almost there. We might be past the Popeyes thing.
The Popeyes is the tipping point.
The Popeyes might be the tipping point.
That was the last straw.
The Lego is on the good end of it. If you're weighing it like I think that's cool, and I'm looking forward to watching it with Japanese specifically.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because then it's basically like an anime special, except they're also Legos, which I think is great. I would watch a whole series on it.
It's just Elbaf all over again.
Yes, and this week's episode also had a lot of that. Which, by the way, Sam has been putting together, trying to do like an anime recap, like marathon. So we will get there. I've been watching them, and I've been very much enjoying what I'm seeing. And everyone loves Legos, so I think that's good news all around. A lot of good cross promotional stuff happening here. Did
you see the all the Lego figures they announced that are coming out in August? Or
I saw Adil posted a lot on our Blue Sky.
I want them so badly, but like for the price they are and what they actually like, the Waffles Castle one looked really cool because like it had a bunch of minifigs and whatnot. But then I realized that the castle, it's only the facade of the castle. It's like someone took the castle and like cut off the front.
But it's of course.
I know, but I want like a big, for that price. I want like a big castle kind of thing, not just a storefront.
I'll say what's fun about that is that the promo for that is of like the anime version where they're fighting outside in the snow. Which I do kind of wish they did. That was maybe my biggest disappointment, which is not a huge complaint, I guess, but that's my like biggest disappointment because fighting in the snow is always fun.
I think with the way they limited Wapple's powers in the live action, like putting it in a closed area made it more, it raised the stakes a little bit more. I feel like doing that outside wouldn't have felt as like, it wouldn't have gone for the feeling they were trying to capture, considering they couldn't do Wapple's full like power set.
I want to talk to folks like Aiden Scott again, though. The fact that they have a Lego figure of themselves now has got to be pretty surreal.
Oh yeah.
That's probably the one I get, though, is the SS Ruff Ruff, the Garps ship. That's what we named it. That's not the official name.
Another casualty of that could have been an amazing Lego set, since they didn't really do the like Crocus lives inside of Laboon, would be to have
cool.
with the two halves that you like pull apart on the hinges or whatever to see the diorama inside. Like that would be so cool.
I'm picturing like a Laboon hot dog.
The writers were probably pretty happy with their decision until they just heard you say that.
Yeah,
and now they're like, shit, it could have been a really cool Lego set.
Now they realize.
Get Johnson in here right now.
I do kind of hope that they have Lego sets of like the manga or anime, but
at some point, yeah,
maybe. I guess it's possible. I should never say never, I guess, but
you can never count Lego out in terms of like expanding to fill the known universe with every possible.
They get their fingers into everything eventually.
Yeah.
I'll say the Unluckies. That I might have to get. I forgot that because they have a Dorian Broggie thing. I might have to get that because just having the Unluckies is pretty amazing in
Yeah.
Lego form. That's amazing. Yeah, there's
Do you think
not a
we'll-
lot of Unlucky's merch out there. I'll say that. I
Do you
know
think
that
we'll
because
ever get a Lego One Piece video game like the Star Wars ones?
I would get
I would,
that.
I would love that.
That would be
yeah.
great.
That would be really good, right?
I mean, for me, it was already like kind of a dream come true when they did the Kaizoku Muso
Yeah.
Pirate Warriors games.
Pirate Warriors,
so yeah, that would be like the next best thing, I think.
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
I would 100% get that. That sounds fun. Also, this is the way I would introduce my kids to the series, Legos.
Yeah,
that's how
that's a
you
good
do
way
it.
of doing it.
That's how you do it. That's, I think, the best conduit. There's one more piece of news, and then one other thing I want to talk about. And that is that volume 21 of the One Piece magazine is coming out September 4th, entitled Heroines, I believe. And I think the thing that all of us immediately noticed,
Yes.
Stephen, would you like to do the honors?
Sure. Yeah, I think they noticed what happened last time with the card pack in, because they now have announced that there's going to be there's going to be 2 SKUs on this. There's going to be one that comes with the card and one that does not come with the card, and apparently the card version is going to be like exclusive to Amazon Japan or something, or like
I
you
bought
need
it
to
already.
order it. You did get that one?
I got it. If you need an extra copy, I could send it to you.
It is, yeah. It's on Amazon Japan right now. I mean, I saw the link, and then I tried to search for it, like just using the search bar, and I did not get the result. But then the link still works, so that was a
here's the
little
thing.
suspicious.
I would have already purchased it through that because that's usually where I get my stuff. So
Yeah.
you know, they stole from us, so I'm gonna take their card. I'm not gonna do anything with it. It's just gonna sit in its
Gonna tear
original
it.
packaging, and I'm never gonna touch it ever.
Gonna rip
Nope,
it up.
You're not gonna get it. Yeah, maybe I should. Rip it
Yeah.
up. You're right.
So
That would be-
yeah, but the one that is live now apparently is for the version with the card, and then they said that later, closer to release, they will have a normal, non-card, page on Amazon to get that, the regular one. I don't know if that's going to have a different price or anything. Probably a slightly different price, if I had to guess, but yeah, it's a ridiculous situation, but at least they're doing something to facilitate, easier access to it.
But I was saying to Ken and others that, like, I kind of wish I could have collected these things, and like, even if I'm not playing the game, it would have been fun, I think. But it's like so beyond now. It's just absolutely insane. Where I like, wasn't there a Red Bull crossover this week too with the One Piece card game? I remember seeing that. Yeah, the show's getting too. Actually, the card game is getting too popular.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what it is.
that's the thing too, is and because this is something that I think anyone who lives in this space can tell you, is that there's something about like the way that the economy works right now, that anything that is like collectible or limited like that, it's basically like the new NFTs. Like, it's just a thing that people snap up to flip it for a higher value, because there's a lot of demand and they're not necessarily making that many of them. And so that's just like it's like a market softness that people take advantage of. So they go out, and that's what they do with the Pokemon cards and all these other things. And there is a demand for them. So like, they know that people will pay more than the sticker price for these things. And so it's just people that all they do is they just swoop in and scoop this stuff up and scalp it. And
I'm just worried about the future, because the last card, the image on the card was the cover of volume 1 of the magazine, and this new magazine has a promo card for the cover volume 2. So if the pattern repeats, we have 8 more of these with cards or no card variants for a while, because it was the first 9 magazines that had the special Luffy Oda art on them.
Yeah. That's true.
And it'd be great to have all 9 cards. Like, that'd look great to have all 9 of those promo cards, those magazines, because those covers are beautiful.
Yeah, they've done a lot of merch of those, like with the color coordination and stuff, because it's like red, blue, yellow, all that stuff. It looks really nice.
Yeah. I couldn't get the last magazine through normal means. I had to buy it on eBay with the person like X-Acto knifed the card out of the magazine. So the magazine was in perfect condition, and with shipping and handling, it was only $12 to get the magazine with no card in it. So I wonder if they saw that and like, all right, we're losing.
I think
we're losing sales.
I think they figured it out. And yeah, it was the Red Bull Double Dawn which happened already. It was on April 11th. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're on the air.
Just going into Larry King. It really crazy. The card game is too popular. I stand by that. Like, it's cool, yes, and we're gonna have an episode of this podcast devoted to the card game and to talk about it in the future. But this is not that week. The volume itself is on heroines, not the drug, but the series.
Presumably, it will be, because I think it comes out in September, right? The magazine, so
the 4th,
Yeah, so it'll be after the heroines, OVA is out. So
maybe they're going to do more of those. July?
Is that July? Yeah,
July.
I think it's July.
Perfect.
So something to look forward to.
That's all really exciting stuff, except the Popeyes thing. And the Red Bull.
If there was a Popeyes card, that'd be something.
Okay, that now you've peaked by no.
Could you imagine 6 locations giving out cards? That like everyone across the country would swarm.
Yeah, that's literally what happened to Rick and Morty back in whatever year that was.
Oh, the sauce, right?
Yeah, they would need it to be like when they sold the Switch 2 at Best Buy, and they had like armed security guards. They're going to be watching over the cards with their guns drawn because people are going to come by in their trucks to steal them.
There was actually like a robbery of those cards in like in a baseball game or something in like New Jersey somewhere, maybe New Brunswick. I don't know.
Right.
It's possible it was New Brunswick. I don't know.
I saw videos online of people outside the basketball game like giving $100 per card for people who didn't want the like ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, just give them to me. Just give them to me. What I was going to say to end this discussion off is the thing is it's become our generation's 401k. That's how you invest for the future, is buying One Piece cards. Is it really apocalyptic to think about? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. But is it the coolest apocalypse you could think of? Maybe. Yeah,
no, that's the thing. Yeah. It's part of it is that the desirability and the people who have money who really want this stuff, and the other part of it is like the desperation that there's just no better options to make money these days, apparently. And that's
what is it? It's one of those signs of a recession, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Beanie Babies, were those? Well, that was during the 90s, right?
That was the 90s. Yeah,
going okay. That was my 401k when I was a kid. And boy, did it not work out at all. Got
you lost him in the divorce,
I think, which is better than I would have thought, but not good. You lost them at the divorce?
The Beanie Baby divorce? You don't remember that?
No, I don't. With that, Stephen, are you ready to talk about volume 114?
All right, if we have to.
Okay, let's take a break.
I want to talk about news.
More Popeyes after this. This is the Manga Recap for volume 114, The God Valley Incident. You could get this volume where you get your imports in Japanese. It'll be out, I think, probably a year from now in English. That's usually the timeline.
That's usually, the timeline.
I think 113's coming out in like July, right? Or something like that.
It's always misleading because Viz will like put up the cover images like way ahead. It'll be like 9 months ahead of time. So you're like, oh, it's coming out, and then you actually read it, and you're like, oh, it's like.
I hate when I see things up for pre-orders like in a year, and I'm like, why did you do this to me? The hope. The only one I'm happy about is a Witch in Mongol, which I just didn't know if it was going to continue or not. So I was happy to see it did. That series comes out in July. Let's talk about volume 114 here. Where's Luffy on my cover?
Where's Luffy indeed? Yeah,
I mean,
he is.
He's on the advertisement.
He's in the. Yeah, he's on the ad inside the cover flap.
He's not really in this volume at all.
Only in the Japanese. Yes. Monkey D not appearing in this volume.
Is this the first all flashback volume that we've ever had?
Yes. Right.
Yes,
that's true.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What a momentous
missing D
occasion.
Luffy.
Missing D Luffy.
Yes, because the Wano flashback, the Odin flashback was well over a volume long, but it was split. It was like 8 chapters in one volume and 8 chapters in another volume. So this one is all is it 10, 11 chapters.
I can't believe the Odin one wasn't. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's just how it worked out.
That's how it worked, yeah.
And we did talk about this cover when it was revealed. I don't remember if Ken was on for that one necessarily, but yes, this is the Rocks Pirate. This is the not the reunion photo, but like the class photo that they took with everybody posing here. And yeah, no straw hats
because they weren't alive yet. I'm still annoyed that what's his face? Can't even remember his name.
The fish guy.
The big guy. Yeah. What's his name?
Yep.
His face just being completely covered, like not even trying there.
In the top right.
Top right. Yeah.
What's his name?
I guess
again?
it's appropriate that we also don't give him the respect to remember his name.
I mean,
yeah.
You're right.
That's isn't that Barbell?
Yeah, I was gonna say sort with a B.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Barbo or something.
Barbo. Yeah. Why not?
That was Barbell.
I think it is Barbell. Yeah. I think that's how I wrote it.
I should probably have the Rocks Pirates list up here, just because it's gonna probably come in handy. And we talked about. I'm gonna try. This is gonna be a good segue. I think I know what's under this cover. So we're missing a character on the front, right?
Yeah, yes, that's right. We were missing Miss Buckingham Stussy, who was bafflingly absent. And apparently Oda realized his mistake, or maybe the editor noticed the mistake, because on the undercover they superimposed, like they removed the Straw Hat skull from the O in the One Piece logo, and they just have a little illustration of Stussy with her cowboy hat, and she's doing the Looney Tunes, the Porky Pig. Yeah, or her version of the the MGM Lion Roar or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
She's blowing a kiss, in her coquettish fashion, which is nice that she appears there, but yeah, it does not necessarily.
I am positive that Oda forgot.
Yes.
100%,
yeah, 100%.
It's a great way of fixing it, though.
It is.
Yeah. They're like, oops, we can't add her. Oda was like, no, I can't. Like, I would have to redo the composition to fit her in.
Did I remember Prometheus? Yes. Did I remember Stussy? No, I did not.
No. Yeah.
Priorities.
Yeah. She didn't appear, but he did remember to draw Panda Man, not once.
Oh, this is
but twice.
Oh wait, is he here?
He's here many times.
Although, yeah, it's probably hard for Ken to see because it is very small.
I could try showing on mine, but
yeah,
that's okay. So, I'm zooming in on here.
I'm trying to find the second. I found the second. I remember. Yeah.
Yes. One of them is burning up inside Prometheus.
Oh, I see that one.
Yeah, and you can see he's got the tiny little ear dots to identify that it is in fact Panda Man and not some other special character.
I hate to ask, is that his penis?
What?
Why not?
Oh, look at it closely, Ken.
No, it's not actually. It's like the flicker in Prometheus's flame. But Zach is making a dirty joke.
No, I don't.
On the SBS segment? How dare we?
But we also have a bit of recursion, some recursive humor here, because inside the glass that Wang Ji is holding, he's got a glass of wine, and inside the wine glass, Panda Man is soaking, and he is holding up a super tiny little wine glass himself. with his own toast.
And in that wine glass is a smaller Panda Man.
Yeah.
It's the Matryoshka.
It's Panda Man all the way down.
Yeah. It's Panda Man all the way down.
The Pendryoshka dolls.
The Pendryoshka dolls. Okay.
Yeah.
I know we've done that joke already,
Yeah,
but
write
still
that
good.
one.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I think of undercover. What do we call these? Undercovers?
I just call it the undercover, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is probably one of my top ones in a while. Of improving or making humorous things too.
Right. The fact that Stussy is on there in the way that she is does make this very funny, even if it is kind of poking fun at Oda, the fact that he forgot. But
I would almost love if it was a sticker they had to add on afterwards, a little Stussy sticker they had to put in the
No, I gotta say,
great. I like
the Panda Man in the wine glass holding up his own wine glass is just
amazing.
That's chef's kiss. That's probably one of my favorite Panda Mans we've had in quite some time. So that's great.
Same.
And no one's face got replaced by Panda Man this time, huh? Maybe next time.
Yeah, no facial replacements.
What's our comment though this week?
Our comment. So we have we have a an illustration of a little wind up robot doll with the bender clampers, and it says Robo on his face, and he's doing a little jig there. And Oda's comment is, well, we humans, we love to do the robot, and you're doing the little herky jerk thing, and before you knew it, now the robots are moving more smoothly than humans do. So, next episode preview. The robots have come up with their own human dance to make fun of how unstable we are with our movements. They're totally taking it out on us. God damn it! Okay, volume 114 begins. So,
excellent.
Yeah, I guess he's been watching all the the Boston Dynamics videos, I'm sure. Of the weird walking robots.
I think we've made this. He's definitely watching just random YouTube videos.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah. We can't even fathom the diet of internet videos he's watching.
Yeah, I think the good news is he does probably stay away from One Piece related ones pretty well. I mean, he says he does. I believe it.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then we have a cool for the inside cover.
Hey, there's Luffy.
Yeah, there he is. We found him.
That's the Shonen Jump cover, right? From a few months ago.
Presumably, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I rarely remember where these come from, but I'm always like, that looks familiar. And yeah, he's got the slices of Rocks, Roger. I was like, is Ace? No. Roger and Garp. In their younger days, as they appear in this flashback.
This was, I think, the first time we saw his color scheme, ironically, here in black and white.
Yeah, you may be right about that.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't that long ago. Yeah.
Right, he wouldn't have had many opportunities to draw him in color.
He definitely took those opportunities. I'll put it that way.
Yes, yeah. And then we have we'll skip past all the character profiles since that is all.
They've gotten much bigger. I will say over the last few years, they're like a 6-page ordeal now or something.
This one is 4 pages, but it is almost always 4 pages, at this point. And this one, the God Valley Incident. This is 11 chapters from 1156 to 1166. Which starts with the chapter Idol, where it's all about Gloriosa and Shaki, and everyone is infatuated with them.
And the other one,
well, Gloriosa.
Mom.
Right. Tritoma, yes.
Tritoma.
She was cute too. And then it ends with the new story. I think this was the one. Yeah, it was the chapter that ends with Garling,
horns, right?
Garling finishing off Rocks, and then you go back to Loki and Harold's story.
I think the horns is the very end.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was getting there.
No. Okay, sorry.
And this volume does begin, the first chapter begins with a color spread, which means they don't have anything to put right after the table of contents. And so they have this adorable. This must have also been
It definitely was, yeah.
a jump illustration because it is the Tsukimi or moon viewing like holiday style illustration. So there's a big picture of the moon, and you have Luffy and Nami, who are they're both wearing rabbit ears because the rabbits live on the moon, according to the mythology. And Luffy and
Chopper
Chop
this week that they did indeed.
Oh yeah, they saw him from Artemis.
Yeah.
They're all on the other side.
Although I thought Artemis was a cat.
Yeah, well, that's how he has really good eyesight. So they're doing the mochizuki, or pounding the mochi, where Luffy's got the big mallet and Chopper is holding the receptacle that they pounded in, and then Nami is trotting over with like the little stand that has the pile of mochi on it, which is a very New Year's sort of traditional activity thing to do. So I'm presuming he probably did this in January, this January. So yeah. Anyways, it's a very cute illustration. They're kind of chibi-fied, so a nice little thing to see before the volume begins. And then it's just this flashback of all these gross pirates in Rox's crew, fighting and bickering and stuff. So we get right into that. But we will skip past the manga itself because we're going to go right into the SBS.
Wait, before we get into it, the first chapter, the second chapter, I can't read Japanese, but it says something bar. Yes. I have to assume that's Bluno from the bar. That has to be what that's about, right?
Yeah, that's him and the snowman on the cover.
Wait, is he dead?
Yes, he is dead. He died with
Okay.
Big Mom. No, okay.
Sorry.
Making
this is a joke that doesn't really work without the visual.
So the first SBS here is it's kind of funny because it's like I can't tell how much of it is a joke or how much of it is serious because it is very amateurish looking, but I kind of like it because of that. It's like Robin, and she looks like she's in her post time skip outfit maybe, and she's kind of doing her like arms crossed pose, and then her hands are sprouting to form SBS, but they barely look like hands. It's very strange.
Did he use his non-dominant hand to draw this?
Maybe. I mean, there's no.
Kid? Could be a kid.
It could be a kid, yeah, but there's no information to identify like
Interesting,
how this was drawn. It's just kind of an ugly looking Robin, which is amusing to see.
Adult Swim.
Yeah. And so our first reader is going to do, of course, the traditional initiation of the SBS. And you can see here they have the picture of the panel where Imu has taken over Gunko, and she is saying, "Allow Mu to show you the dominance of God." And so the reader is like, "Hey, great one, diabolical covenant, Domi Reversi." So I'll explain this later, but he says, "Allow Bo to show you the domination of the reader. Begin the SBS." And then they put like the part where he wrote at the bottom of his thing, there's like hockey crackling off of it, and it's like pen name Hebo-sama. And Hebo is like a word that means like kind of like loser or chud or something like that. So like similar to how Imu uses mu as one of the first person pronouns, he's using Bo from Hebo. And so he says, "Start the SBS, end the SBS." And Oda's like, "Hey, whoa, you flipped it over. You ended the segment." So he's kind of making like a, the Domi Reversi joke where he does the one thing and then he flips over and does the other thing. So that one's a little. I'll have to come up with some like translation of the name that would also sound kind of funny if you shortened it like that. So
it's also funny because SBS, like reverse, would still be SBS if it got flipped.
Yeah, that too. That is That is amusing. And so our next question, more of a comment really, is I want to be Gunko's slave. And Oda says, be my guest. So that's
I'm sure she'd be happy
easy.
about that.
Yeah.
Or actually, she'd probably have no opinion about that, but just go along.
And then the last one here, this is actually a really funny one. You can tell that Oda really loved this. This is like a classic SBS thing.
Yeah, this one looks great. I love this.
So
if this is the one I'm thinking of, actually.
Yeah, so the reader says, I've noticed that like on One Piece merchandise and things like that whenever we have a wanted poster for a character whose bounty hasn't been revealed yet, the part where the numbers go is suspiciously torn off right along where it would reveal that information. Who's actually ripping those? And he's like, here's my guess. Is it this guy? And so they drew this little, like, it's not a stick figure, but it's like a little kid's drawing, where like the guy has like rectangles for ears and like a triangle for a nose. And he's going like, oh, I'm going to rip him. And he's just walking past this line of wanted posters and then ripping the bottom off like their, like their like telephone pole, like ad, tear the number off sort of thing.
This is a Rip It Ralph.
Yeah, well, no. Okay, so then he puts the name in. So this is going to be kind of funny. So you remember how, what was it Strong World that had Billy the bird, like the electric bird?
Yes,
that was Strong World. Okay,
Strong World.
Yeah, and his name was Billy because bitty bitty is like one of the sounds for like electricity crackling. Well, bitty bitty is also a sound for ripping something like paper. And so this guy's name is Billy the Yabuki in Japanese, where the verb yabuku means to rip. And so this one actually turns out to be very easy for me because I can just call him Billy the Ripper.
I was going to say
because it was clearly like kind of making a Jack the Ripper joke already. And so Oda's response to this is like, "Oh, you're that one guy, the mysterious the mysterious ripster, Billy the Ripper. You're the guy who goes around tearing you show up with he shows up like on the wind tearing off the bounty posters for that contain potential like story spoilers or bounty amounts that the author hasn't thought up yet." He's like, "Oh, Billy the Ripper, I got something to say to you, pal. Thank you."
This guy better show up in the background of an anime thing.
Yeah, he's gonna look exactly like this.
Yeah, he has to.
Yes.
I don't know how.
Or at least a detailed body, but the face has to be exactly this face with like the triangle nose.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is gonna. Yeah, I want to see something like this.
He's great. I love that.
Yeah.
This is my new.
What is he saying there?
He's just saying, "I'm gonna rip it." He's like, he's like Rip It Ralph, like what?
Rip It Ralph. Yeah.
I'm gonna rip it.
Cam was
I'm gonna
saying.
rip it.
Yeah. This is definitely like along the line. This goes up in the pantheon next to Minatomo and
I don't know how we're gonna
100%.
This week. I don't know how we're gonna. This is a fantastic one.
Yeah,
I guess we'll see.
very good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to the next SPS, which I do love. This is kind of like the rare header illustration that is like more or less it is a scene from the manga. So it is the part where Gabon and Shanks are bathing together.
What is Shanks doing?
10 feet apart.
Oh, I thought his tongue was out.
Yeah, so no, they're in the bath, and Ripley is watching over them with great interest. She's like blushing and humming to herself. And they've got their hands are together, and they're doing the squirt the pool water in order to make the S's, and then the B is like a little puff of steam from the hot spring or from the bath or whatever it is.
So
Ripley's that's great.
Ripley's a Fujo is what we're saying here.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like she's cooking them.
Oh my god!
Like above Gabon's head looks like a slice
Yeah.
of like some kind of fruit.
Yeah.
Like it's a hat, but
Oh.
Right, it's his hat. Yeah, it looks like
Wow.
pineapple. Yeah,
Different
yeah.
directions.
She's like,
there.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to eat those humans. And
Kiss is what I thought she was saying.
that's what she's saying.
She's thinking to herself, when are they gonna kiss?
mhm.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And then the first question here, this is another great one that people were pointing out. So they have the image of Roger's Jolly Roger, which, as you probably remember, it is the skull and crossbones, and then he's got these like this very long, luscious, curly mustache that comes out. And so the reader says, so that stuff that's coming out of the nose on the Roger Pirates, Jolly Roger, is that udon? Like, are those udon noodles? Which, if you're not familiar, are very thick wheat noodles. They're like ramen, but they're like they're like the giant size ramen, basically.
Yeah, and this would explain why he had it before he had a mustache.
So Oda's response is, yes, it's udon. Yes, that's right. It is udon. Yes. He's like, okay, all right, people. I heard you. I heard so many of you. You wrote in after chapter 1156 when the Roger Pirates showed up and their ship had this mark on it and Roger didn't have his signature mustache yet. They're like, why does the flag have the mustache on it? And Oda was like, good question.
I'm glad people did ask.
And he says, I'm going to comment very passive aggressively. 99% of readers didn't care about this, I'm sure, but
But the One Piece podcast.
but
specifically
now 100% of readers don't have to care about this. And then he adds at the end, I wonder how do I explain this to foreign audiences? Like, is it, I guess you could say it's like long macaroni. So I guess in case you don't know what udon
Oh, he
noodles
actually wrote, that's very funny.
Yes. Yeah.
But we have udon. I feel like udon is
Yeah.
like ramen and udon and
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Those are
It's
the
not main-
most. Yeah, they're pretty mainstream.
It's not main. Udon isn't mainstream yet, but it is. It is well enough known.
Well,
I
like I feel like the bodega like kind of places in the city can correct me if I'm wrong, but like I feel like you go like not even Japanese places, just places that like have like everything that you go for lunch. They have
I feel like udon's all
instant
around.
noodles.
I don't understand
Yeah.
why people
Yeah.
wouldn't understand udon. Maybe soba would be a little bit more
Soba
obscure,
is
but
definitely yeah. I don't think most people know soba. Everyone knows ramen. That one's definitely
Everyone knows ramen.
Right.
Yeah, I mean
Udon.
because of the instant noodles, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the next one, this is a repeat submitter because they had one previously. It is a Frenchman named Valentin Catella. And Oda liked his comment last time because it was very obviously machine translated. And it was all weird. And so like this time he's like, Yahoo, Oda Sensei, it is Valentin from France. I really want to know the name of the ship of rocks. And Oda says like, well, thanks for writing from all the way from France. It is called the Rocks Fury. That's pretty cool.
I feel like it kind of exudes what I feel like about the Rocks Pirates. It's like kind of almost
considering
too hard.
Blackbeard's ship is like the Sword of Zebek, which sounds so much cooler than Rox's own ship.
Yeah,
I mean, the skull's on fire, so. But also, Rox is not even his real name.
Yeah.
sure. But it says it. But it says that name on the ship. So, yeah. So the next one is, so in chapter 1142, when you were drawing all of the nightmares, the children's nightmares, why isn't their worst fear like end of semester exams? Like it's just unbelievable that
They're
would
8
not be
or
the
20.
case. Well, yeah. Well, we live in America. We don't have tests for children anymore.
Do children? Do 8-year-olds actually have like end of semester? Well, I guess there are some.
They probably do. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, these kids, they're not 8. They're like 50 years old. They're giants.
They're 20. They're 20.
Okay. Yeah. So they should be college students.
They should.
And then they say, "What is your greatest fear, Oda Sensei?" It must be the PTA. And that the pen name was North American PTA.
Wow.
And Oda's response is, "Boy, it's really hard to draw a representation of an exam test. It's like tests. Yeah, how do you draw a test? It's just questions or like, restrictions. It's judgments on you." And he says, "Also, yes, the PTA is correct." So, there you go. Lastly, we have
it would be like a picture of yourself walking naked into a test or something.
That's pretty good. Yeah. That sounds like one of those. Well, I was gonna say it sounds like one of those like the Japanese Halloween, like the subtle Halloween or whatever that they do, where it's all these really like very extremely obscure Halloween costumes where it's like yeah. It sounds like something that they would do for that, except that's probably a little more extreme.
I always feel lame because existential shit always scares me so much more than anything like Halloween could throw at me.
So the last question on this page is now that to celebrate Shiki appearing in the manga itself, please tell us all sorts of stuff about Shiki, like his age and the rank of his katana and all that stuff. So Oda says, yes. The character Shiki appeared in the movie Strong World. So if you're curious about him, you can watch him there. Let's see. What should I answer for this? He's currently 73 years old. He has 2 swords, and they are Oto and Kogarashi, which I forget if we knew that already. I think we did. But they are both considered like fine grade swords. They're not like supreme grade or anything like that. He also likes, let's see, kinpun sushi. So it's a kind of sushi. I don't know what this is. Let's see. Let's do some live Googling. It's like gold flakes sushi. I've never heard of that. Maybe it's a type of fish. Anyways, that's his favorite food, and he hates gobo, or like bamboo shoots, which incidentally, that is a thing that you can get on ramen. He comes from Yano Kuni, which he describes in parentheses as, it's basically like Wano Kuni but less reputable. And
yes, Yano Kuni, New Jersey.
Yeah, there you go.
Yano Kuni, New Jersey, you're on the air.
And his hobbies are sketch comedy and bonsai.
That doesn't surprise me.
So that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the sketch comedy is very apparent if you watch Strong World.
Yeah, I think we talked a lot about that when it came out in 2009 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like they keep...
Wait, so Steven, the 2 swords that Oda mentioned, is that his leg swords then?
Yes.
His legs have names?
Yes, I think so,
but
yeah.
No, they weren't. Remember, this is pre him having to cut off his own legs. That doesn't happen.
Yes, but he took those swords and put them on. And
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his legs have names now.
His legs are sword, and they have names.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a 15-year-old joke. Go ahead.
Yeah. Our next SBS has an amazing header image, a callback to Foxy the Silver Fox. He's doing his little fox hand motions, and the crowd is loving it. They're like, "Boss, Oya Bean." And then he does the Foxy pin badge or thing where like they all come down in a line which was a great gag where he he takes the place of one of them with his own head. Yeah. And so they're all going by in slow motion and they're going, "Fuh, fuh, fuh." But then there's the SBS is part of the line. And so it goes, "Fuh, fuh, fuh, SBS, fuh." As they slowly pass.
That's so good.
That's really great. Yeah.
It's very good.
So good.
It's
very
also
creative.
great drawing. They're great drawings there. This is
Yes.
excellent.
Yeah.
I don't know who this is,
Yeah.
but I assume
An all-timer.
from Yonokuni, New Jersey.
Yeah. And so the first question here, if you'll notice this
I
volume
think is the only one I think I've seen.
There's a lot of stuff where it's like, oh, here's Oda like explaining things that people guessed or kind of like were wondering about. So he's doing confirmations. So here we go. Just to set you up, the first thing you're going to see is a picture of Shanks, or is it saying, "I want to talk to you about a certain pirate" from volume 90. So the reader says, "Odachi Heso. So I've been wondering, back in the Reverie, was the person who comes to talk with the five elders to say he wants to talk about a certain pirate, was that Shanks or was it Shamrock? Also, when mermaids poop, does it come out of the front or the back?"
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is a good question. Yeah.
You start with like a really good question, end it like that.
Yeah. And Oda says, okay, first of all, the back.
That's why he answered it. That's
Yeah.
That is that person. What's the pen name on this one?
It is red-haired Kaiben.
This person knew how to get this question answered.
That's right.
That is right. I think
by hiding a silly one and with a serious one.
That is targeting to your audience right there.
That's
sugar
smart.
pill, yeah. So he says, first of all, it's from the back, and yes, that was Shamrock. And so
okay,
he
good.
explains.
Oh, I thought it was the other. I thought I saw spoiled somewhere that it wasn't. Okay, I'm glad that's the answer. Yeah.
But then he goes on to explain, in the anime, actually, for this scene, Shanks's Seiyu Shuichi Ikeda did the line, and I was like, I forgot to tell the anime staff that that's not actually Shanks. And he said,
we talked about this when they announced Shamrock's voice actor.
Yeah, so he says, he's like, so I thought like, oh crap, I forgot to mention that wasn't going to be Shanks. But it was after that he ended up kind of becoming friends or becoming acquaintances at the very least with Tsuda-ken or Kenjiro Tsuda. And then after that, he thought like, oh, this has to be Shamrock. So he's like, so actually, I'm kind of glad that I didn't like hasten to be like, oh, we have to come up with a new, voice actor for this, not Shanks character, because he would not have gotten the guy that he ended up getting, who he's like, oh, this is Shamrock. So Oda says, all's well that ends well.
I'll add that identical twins often do have very similar voices. So, I mean, not always, but like, they might be fraternal as far as we know.
This is a really cool
they don't even really look that alike, really, when you think about it.
I'm almost upset that isn't like confirmed. Although I guess how would this have been confirmed in the manga proper? But I am happy that it is Shamrock. That is the correct answer. If it was Shanks,
it
would I don't know.
Very annoying.
Yeah, but this I will say I don't remember who, but there definitely were people on this podcast who thought it was an evil twin, and we said that's stupid, and we were wrong. But they were right, whoever they were. I don't think we actually called them stupid, but I think it's kind of crazy that that would have even popped into someone's brain at that point. But there you go.
Do you think they'd redub it and like go back, or do you think that's not worth their time?
The latter, probably.
The Japanese, no, I don't think they redub anything. And
the English may, but no, it's probably.
But I still
released.
don't. I still don't think they would. Yeah,
no,
it's like what? How would you do that?
Yeah.
No.
All right. Just food for thought.
Mm-hmm.
They have the same facial hair. It makes no sense. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the next one you see here, we have illustrations of Shaka and York. And the reader says, sorry for spoiling this, but I have figured out what Sanadachi's identity is.
Oh, no.
He says that Sanadachi must be the York, the greed of Oda that split off onto its own.
Actually, that makes sense.
And he says, so if you think about it, that pervert really did come from Oda. And Oda's response is, okay, just erasing that last sentence from my memory. And, so I'm Shaka and he's York, which means, oh, I'm actually a saint. Oh, so that's why I don't have any wicked thoughts. Oh, that makes so much more sense now. So yeah, you really hamps that one up.
Yourself this.
This is good. Yeah. And then the next one, this one actually does not come from Sanadachi, but
shocking
of course,
considering the screen.
You can never count out the dirty question after the innocent one.
It did mention Sanada.
Yeah, so the pictures here, the illustrations are, there's one of Boa's like it's just like the lower half of the illustration, so it's like Boa's wrap that she has around her waist, and then there's Nami's little like leather skirt thing that she's wearing in Elbaf. And this person says, hey, so when people show up in One Piece wearing this sort of stuff, does that mean that they're not wearing any underwear? And that's from somebody else. And Oda's response, of course, this is all, this is intentionally coming right after his, like, I'm such a saint. So Oda's response is, of course they're not. And he's like, I mean, how would you even wear anything under that? Would you mind not, like, trying to destroy my dreams? With a little, like, indignant puff of air.
I mean, great, but that seems unhygienic. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well.
I mean,
the Nami one doesn't make sense. Like, I can see Boa being okay.
Yeah,
I don't mean to get into
more
the
cloth
physics
on
here,
Boas, but
I think you could figure it out if you needed to.
I guess that's a weird question.
It is a weird question. Yeah. All right, we'll go to the best page here.
Oh God, no.
It does have.
Yes, that is a great header.
It does have a very good header, though. It is Marco in Phoenix form, but it's like this weird little like baby bird. Yeah, a little chick version.
Please send this to Brodsky immediately.
Yeah, Brodsky needs to see this.
Yeah.
And you got the little like Phoenix, the blue flames doing the SBS. Very, very good, very stylish image there.
That looks like SGS though. I know it's a B, but...
yeah.
I was thinking of it too. There it is. It's official.
Yeah, but it does.
That's from I Love OP, right? That's
yes. This person does,
right? I thought maybe not.
I don't know if they're Armania, but they do one, like Oda selects one of these every single volume for iHeart OP.
Yeah,
because and they're very very good every single time.
So. Yeah, this one's great. I really like this.
Yeah. So here's another kind of like I don't know, clearing up some confusion. So Stussy's it's like, why does Stussy have? So this is a Japanese thing. Why does she have the bat no mi? So bato no mi, instead of the bato no mi. So in other words, there's like a doubling of the T consonant in the Japanese sound. So it's like, why does it have this little tsu to strengthen that T sound? Is it because in the video game Unlimited World R, you had this pirate named Red,
yes,
who did have basically the same thing. It was the same type of fruit, but he had the legendary or the mythical model vampire. And is it because that already had the bat name and you had to match it with that? And Oda's like, you are so dead on the money that I I cannot, I can't give you any better answer, or I can't like weasel my way out of this one, basically. She says, yeah, basically with the way that I write the names now, it would be Bato Bato instead of Bato Bato. But at the time, when I came up with the vampire one, I did write Bato Bato with the extra T sound. And so I did have to match that. He's like, yeah, but if you think of it like with the way that we say Kitto like a Kit Kat bar, it does sound more delicious that way. So I guess if you say so, Oda. And yeah, it has a little illustration of Oda's sketch of the Red Count. I think that was his title. Red the Lonely or the Lonesome or whatever it is.
Red is obviously pronounced different than the One Piece film. Also, Kit Kat and One Piece doing some interesting crossovers in India that also posted on our Blue Sky. There's a funny commercial that came with that.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Didn't Kit Kats also get stolen in a massive heist recently? Speaking of One Piece cards,
there was 12 tons of Kit Kats were stolen in the UK.
You're
recently.
right.
Yeah.
I don't follow the news too much, but I knew that happened. I don't know what that says.
We had this character part of the art collab, and it's Patrick Redfield.
Right,
was his name?
Right.
Red. Patrick Redfield, and he had the vampire power. So that's very cool. I didn't even put that together. That's really smart.
Redfield? That is the most boring name for a vampire. And yeah.
I mean, but that does sound like a vampire name.
It does, actually, yeah.
They don't want you to know they're a vampire.
But my name is Vampire D.
It's not like Dr. Acula.
Dr. Acula actually is much better. I should have just gone with that.
It is funny, though, to think that he's like, oh, this mysterious vampire everyone's talking about, Red, and he's like, well, my name is Patrick Redfield.
he's looking around the room.
Yeah,
looks out the window. Field. Yeah, that's right.
He sees Patrick SpongeBob.
There's a picture of Patrick from SpongeBob that he looks over and he sees a field and Patrick Red. Field.
Damn it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got it there.
Nailed it.
Okay, now let's break Ken's heart.
All right. Let's see what this is.
Okay. Odachi Heso, please draw Yamato at age 40 and age 60. And it's funny because there is actually a slight wrinkle on the pattern in this one.
Okay.
So first of all, we have, I guess, the good or the canonical, if you want, age 40 and age 60. And so at age 40,
looks the same.
Yeah, this is identical. This is just a picture of Yamato.
He looks slightly older. I can see some age lines.
What?
Yeah, you don't look at Yamato as much as I do.
I'm close to 40, and I have more age lines than Yamato does. I think I could say.
You have 2 kids. What do you expect?
How do you know Yamato doesn't have children with Ace in this good timeline?
That doesn't change the past.
So yeah, Yamato is saying, "This is Wano Kuni. Come and stop by, Luffy." So the ambassador of Wano here. And then
Wait, does that imply that all these years later, Luffy hasn't come back to get Yamato yet?
I guess not. Yeah,
this is the bad timeline.
They're both bad timelines.
But then age 60. Now you get the the age lines, and Yamato's wearing like an extra coat
because
with some.
You're 60. It's cold.
Yeah, but they have crescent moons on them. That's cool. Which is definitely not an accident because Kozuki, yeah. And Yamato is saying, "Oh no, I don't want to be important." So
okay, now it's a good timeline.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's the implication
behind
that?
Is that or something?
Yeah, yes, exactly. It's that Yamato's been around long enough that he's like gotten into
like
seniority.
Odin.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
So gotcha. Okay, okay. I'm okay with that.
He does not want it.
Yes.
And then the good timeline.
And on the bottom line, instead of being the what does he usually call it? It's like in a future where something happens, or in a different future or whatever. This is in the future where he went too far, or he took it too far. And so, yeah, the first one is
my God, the first one's amazing.
Yamato has the Oden haircut, like the mushroom haircut.
No, that is an actual mushroom on his head. As far as I'm concerned. That really looks like a shiitake mushroom or something.
Yeah.
I guess it's the end of his highlights.
It's
at the top of the hair.
It's the darkened color. And
so
then,
that's technically blue and like red on top there.
He got the eyebrows perfect here.
Yeah,
like, good
and he's
there.
doing he's doing like the kabuki like frown, the frowny face.
With the extended like lower cheekbones into the frown. My God. Okay.
Yeah,
he's going like,
if you don't like this, you don't like Oden.
Right. He's saying, I am Oden, Boku ga Oden ni soro. And then
as Kirby pointed out, he removed his horns.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But he still got the chopsticks. Yeah.
Oh.
That's a spoiler for the end of this volume when Harold does the same thing. I have to become Oden and rips off the horns. Yeah.
You can just take those off? No.
This is the difference between identifying as Oden and really committing the part.
This is taking it too far. This is taking it too far.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah.
Yes.
I hate it.
And then, of course, the further one is I am Oden, and it's just a burning pile of bones.
So wait,
Yamato.
is this? I was wrong. I got tricked by it. I was going to say, is this right in front of the cover spread of the cover page of the last Yamato one? Of course it isn't, because there's like 4 endings to that one. Now I'm going to look over the horizon. Now I'm going to look into the camera.
So does that imply that Yamato just like because Odin is born to boil?
Yes.
Yeah.
They but it's born to boil, Yamato. You don't just light yourself on fire.
Yeah, it is funny because this looks more like the cremation that Oden was eating the Oden on top of. Yeah.
Oh, I hate this. So in the good timeline, Yamato just hates being important. In the bad timeline,
it doesn't age far. Really.
It ages a little slowly.
Well, the only difference in the ages is that he looks a little perturbed in the second one.
I don't know. Again, this could just be me, but like Yamato looks older in the age 41.
No, the 61 I see a little. The
61 definitely, but the 41 looks like an older, more mature Yamato.
I think he looks
younger in the 40s?
Yes. Well, how old is he? He's only like 36, to be fair, right? Isn't he like older? Ken, this is you. How old is Yamato?
The same age as Momo, which 20 years.
Plus 7, so 30
or something.
Twice. Oh, I thought it was in his 30s.
No, 28 years old.
Yeah.
Well, let's
yeah,
see
Yamato's
only a dozen
28
years off to be 40.
Yeah, but those are.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a reason
You're
why
right, 28,
Oda
28. Yeah.
28? Okay. Is there a reason why Oda did something different? Because it's been all good future, bad future the entire time. It's the only one we've had like a wrinkle in the.
Because this is funnier.
It's funny, yeah.
It is funnier.
It's horrifying.
Yeah, that's what makes it funny.
Mushroom Head Yamato.
Ken, you have to accept your love in all its flaws and potentially bad futures.
I'm very glad that Yamato didn't take the Odin thing this far.
I'm upset. And there's still time.
Also,
there's still time. This is bad future, not bad present.
Also,
could still happen.
Some of us do retain our youthful looks at age 40.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Steven, to be fair, Steven actually looks much younger than me.
Thank you.
Yes.
I was fishing for that.
But I mean you really do.
Okay, so the last one here, this is funny. So this is the little scrap of paper where Shakuyaku writes, "Come and get me," to Rayleigh. And the reader is like, "Odachi, come and get me, bro." And that's how I'll do it, because he says like boku mukai ni kite instead of watashi, so you can tell it's a guy. And Oda's like, "Oh yeah, sure, if I can get around to it, yeah, I'll totally go there." So he's very good. Yeah,
that's the funniest thing Oda said in a while.
Yeah, if I get around to it,
that's very good. That's excellent. I'm excited for this next one. What is happening here?
Yeah, this one is interesting. Let's see it. Let's see how well I can interpret this, because I was brushing up on this before we recorded, but I didn't get all the way through. So, our next SBS, we have a lovely header image of Nami. It looks like an eye catch illustration. It's like Nami posing, showing off her tattoo, and there's a bunch of like flowers and Mikan, the tangerines, in the background, and she's got like tattoo styled SBS.
That I think is great. And that's, I think, very clever creative looking. Because the B is the berry symbol, and the S is the tattoo. Yeah. I think that's super clever. Yeah.
It's very neat.
Mm-hmm.
And so this question here, as you can probably tell, is about Dendemushi, the transponder snails. Let's see. You've said that the transponder snails don't mind being caught by people because then they get fed. So they're basically like pets. Does that mean that the Dendemushi that the Straw Hats use? Does that mean Sanji feeds them delicious food? So I want to know, how do the Straw Hats care for their transponder snails? And so Oda says, okay, so first of all, the Thousand Sunny has one long range transponder snail. And so he's drawn, so there's he drew a big transponder snail that has a little more elaborate. It's got like a Straw Hat themed
do they have
shell.
Names?
No. And then he points out, and then he has like Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Robin, and Frankie. So, aside from Jinbei, roughly speaking, these are like the responsible ones.
Why not Jinbei? That's a good point.
They each have a like an individual transponder snail under their icons here. And so they have like the baby transponder snails, or the Kodendemushi, which are short range. But he does say they'll lend them out, and they'll hand them out and switch them around and stuff. So basically, as long as they have enough hydration, they can live for about 3 months without needing any food.
Wow.
But because they're kind of like their mental brainwave, conversations require a lot of energy. You need to give them like some scraps of leftovers or something after you've used it for a little bit. But that's about all you need to do. So they can live off of leftover scraps. And they say, so they'll leave them out on the Sunny. They'll leave them in like Robin's flower beds and Nami's tangerine fields. And every now and then they give them their favorite things, which is like leaves of cabbage and lettuce. And then they will be very happy about that. Let's see. On the days when you water them with a watering can, they get so worked up and so excited that their brainwaves can travel practically to the other side of the world, which I think he's being tongue in cheek there. But yes, apparently they are really excited about getting sprinkled.
I just want a slice of life of these transponder snails now. I don't know what we got.
That'd be great.
That is cute. Yeah, and then he included a cut of one of the design sketches of the Sunny from volume 46 when he showed off all those different, all the different rooms and such of the Sunny, just so you can see like, oh yeah, there's where the flower beds are and Nami's trees and stuff. So that's where they go to get the snails when they need them.
That's excellent. I love that.
Yeah.
It's great SPS there.
Yeah. And then here we go. Okay, this one is probably the centerpiece.
No, that
question.
Was the centerpiece.
We'll see. My favorite reveal of the Yamato cover spread is coming up here. But first,
hell yeah,
we get
I think that happened already.
The SBS header is Gabon and Crocus sharing a drink, and they're grilling up some squid. to make the SBS with the tentacles and such. So that, yeah, they're yucking it up. They're having a grand old time.
Oh, is this supposed to be that one cover page?
Yeah, over at the Twin Capes.
Right.
Because Laboon is there. All right. So, as I alluded to, on Yamato's cover story, chapter 1158, which is in this volume, it has a grave marker for a Kozuki Moria. Does that refer to Gecko Moria? I'm sure you've gotten a ton of questions about this, but please tell us, Odachi. And Oda says, yes. Well, I really wanted to reveal this during the Wano arc, but I just didn't have room to work it in. So here's the information that I have given you all about Moria's backstory prior to this point. So he has this little bullet list. He has fought against Kaido in the past. All of his followers were killed, and that turned him into this kind of lazy, type who delegates things to others. And he's in possession of the corpse and weapon. The corpse and the weapon of the legendary samurai Ryuma. So from these things, based on these things, you might imagine that he has probably been to Wano-kuni. And so what I want to tell you about is the reason for his battle against Kaido. So young Moria washed up on Wano as a youth from outside. So yes, so he was not a native of Wano. He washed up there, and he was warmly welcomed by the people of Ringo in Wano. And because of his strength, he was given the Kozuki name, and was treasured. He was treated very, very well and highly prized. So he had gone out to sea in order to be a pirate, but when Kaido attacked, he fought against Kaido in order to save the people of Wano. But he lost. After Moria lost, he felt so ashamed of losing that he simply left Wano without telling anyone anything. So he just disappeared, and everyone thought that he died. And so they erected a grave for him. So basically I cut all of this information out of the main story. So it is not essential to know in order to, make sense of any of the plot. So there you have it. That is the backstory for Moria.
Steven, I know you had thoughts on this. Does this alter them?
I don't think that I don't think that it would change my opinion of Moria as a character unless we had actually seen. Because the thing about Oda is he's such a good emotional manipulator that he they can say and then this happens and then this happens in a digest form, and you'll be like, that's the stupidest thing. Why would that character ever do that? But all he needs is 1 or 2 pages of a montage scene, and you'll be like, oh, I totally see how this character turns from this personality into this personality over a year or whatever. He's just really, really good at showing you the evolution of a character. And so I don't know, I have a hard time just looking at this text summary and being like, oh, so Moria was actually a really good and conscientious guy. He's still just kind of the dickhead Moria that I remember. But if Oda had drawn him, I totally believe that I could have bought a Moria as a younger and more idealistic person before his loss turned him into the shit heel that he is today. But I just it's just text on a page for me. It's not really doing anything in terms of changing how I actually feel about him and his backstory.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, also get why Moria is the shit he is today because of the shit he's gone through. It's kind of like Moria is kind of the bad end Luffy. Like that's what it. I mean, actually, all the villains are supposed to kind of be that in some way, shape, or form. So, but maybe we'll see that one day. I mean, we saw Senor Pink's backstory.
This just goes back to the lengthy discussion we had on this when this first was like announced. Like this is, unless this amounts to something, it's still kind of whatever. Like if this plays a role in the greater story, then yes. But like it still feels like kind of needless backstory. I still don't mind it. I still think it's kind of cool. But if it doesn't amount to anything, then you could have left without this.
Well, I'll put it this way. I know Oda always says like the characters tell him, where they want to go. Like, I feel like this specifically is, like, just something that I guess he's like, okay, Moria had this, and it's just something he thought of and just thought it, or just felt.
It's cool establishing Moria and Wano because we did assume, he fought Kaido. It all connects. It's like, okay, but why make him Kazuki? Why extend his stay at Wano and give him like home roots there?
I think
that's the one part that.
Yeah, I think the Kozuki thing at least is kind of explained, like his thinking here, because there's obviously we knew there was like, oh, you're of the Kozuki people. Like I don't. Completely
right.
Even,
if he was
like an honorary
Kurazumi,
member.
like if he was part of the evil clan, like okay, this is like that almost fits better to me. Like he was from Wano and part of the evil clan.
Yeah, but then why would he? What was it again? Why did he go back? He said to
defend his homeland, who treated him so well.
Yeah, so Kurazumi would never have been treated well.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
But it was also like not even an adopted name. It's like I'm of this like clan or something. Right. Do I think that the choice was a good choice necessarily from Oda? No, but I get it, whatever.
Yeah. Like I you can clearly see here that it's like, oh, when he was doing Thriller Bark, he's like, oh, this is great. Like this will be, how I start seeding information about Kaido and Wano and all that stuff. And so he kind of like set up the little like the tent hook to attach it later on when we got there and to like pay off more about Moria, but it just didn't fit into the story he ended up wanting to tell once he had like come up with, Kinemon and Momonosuke and all those other characters and stuff.
Could you imagine right before Onigashima, Moria shows up? Guys, wait, I have a backstory.
We thought that was going to happen while we were reading through it, I think.
I'm the traitor.
Oh, this is shocking. Moria.
Oh, that would have been,
Conjuro's like, yeah, sure, go ahead, take the bullet.
So this is like Oda's like specialty we've talked about is like being able to either seed something from very early on or throw enough of the kitchen sink at it to make it seem like it was seeded. Like Kaido and Wano stuff was, established in Thriller Bark. Like that is undeniable. I think the Ryuma stuff and the Moria stuff, Oda just did not figure out a way to weave that into the main story, unfortunately. Like the Ryuma stuff, too, is not really weaved into, unfortunately.
I'll just be very excited when Laboon is Kazuki, too.
Yeah.
As he should be.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm glad that he didn't, like, try to shoehorn them more awkwardly in than he did, like not like he didn't force it, but like I do agree that like it would make the overall story stronger if they had been more of an integral part of what the Wano story ended up being.
Yeah, if I had that's one of those like if I could rewrite it, maybe Anyway, go ahead, Stephen.
All right, our next SBS we get a lot of some Amazon Lily stuff here. So we start off with the SBS header where it is Shaki's bar, and so it is Shaki's rip-off question corner. And she's like welcoming all of the pirates, and so they're all their hearts are beating out of their chests and forming the SBS. Which is
this is so funny.
Quite adorable, yeah.
The Rock's face especially. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Yeah, they all look very goofy.
Even I like how Whitebeard is even experiencing it. However, his face you would never know, except for the hard eyes.
Yeah.
He just has a completely stoic face, as far as you could tell. I mean, with that mustache. Go ahead.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So here's a question. Odachi, is the Empress of Amazon Lily? Does the Empress of Amazon Lily always become the captain of the Kuja pirates? And Oda says, actually, it's the other way around. First of all, there's a saying among the Kuja, which I believe was actually in the arc, which is, in this country, the strong are the beautiful. So in other words, the ones who are the most strong and therefore the most beautiful are the ones who win the seat of the Empress. And then at the same time, they also take over the Kuja, captain. They serve as the captain of the Kuja pirates. So in this volume, I did draw the story of Shakuyaku being, managing to escape safely from the celestial dragons. So let's see. Why? Let's see. Why would I think so. Okay, so by showing that Shaki successfully escaped the celestial dragons, I think you can see why the Hancock sisters, who were potential Kuja empresses, would have been so desired and a target for being kidnapped and turned into slaves. Not that it really matters, he says. Okay. So the next one is so you drew Gloriosa in her youth, and she is wearing the same earrings, the same snake earrings that Hancock does. Also, Shakuyaku and Tritoma were wearing different accessories, ear accessories, before they became the captain. But it seems like they then switched to wearing the snake earrings once they did become captain. Is there a rule that the captain of the Kuja pirates always has to wear these earrings? And Oda says, like the question above, it's the fact that they are the Empress comes first. So they're kind of like the crown that is given to the Emperor. The Empress always wears the earrings. So it's not the captain thing, it's the Empress part. And after they have quit, they can choose to keep wearing them or take them off as they wish. And then lastly, we have what is the name of the sword that Rox D. Zebek uses? And his sword is named Eclipse.
Oh, that's cool.
That is very cool. It's a cool sounding name.
Ooh,
and it
theories.
also, yeah, exactly. It feels very,
his sword is named Teach.
that would fit with Roger.
That
Roger's
would be,
sword was Ace. Yeah.
Yeah. And Garp's sword was Luffy.
Garp didn't have a sword.
Exactly.
Garp named his favorite cannonball Luffy.
A dragon, yeah.
Oh no, that was taken by Kaido's secret technique this volume. Dragon.
Yeah, dragon.
Oh,
God. I loved Teenage Kaido. That's one of the best part of this arc.
It really is. It's so funny. It is. I was looking at it again, and I'm like, it is very funny that it just says dragon. Yeah, go ahead.
And so our last SBS section here.
Oh, hey,
this is great. This is from the anime, right?
6.
Yeah.
It's also, I believe it is also a color spread. I think it was like animating a color spread, but it was a brand new world, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's the one with the 5, the East Blue 5, where
running.
Like Luffy is running ahead and like he's like got his head down and the hat is flying off, and so Sanji is trying to catch the hat, and Nami's got her like arms up in the air like she's jumping, yay!
With the lighthouse,
it's a very
on the beach.
Yeah. If it doesn't sound
Cute.
familiar, you will recognize it when you see it.
It's at the beginning of Brand New World, I think. I'm pretty sure it's that one has a ton of color spread references, so that might be.
So the first question is, what are there like certain like classic like foundational basically party entertainment things that the Straw Hats always do? Like what's their classics? And Oda says, oh, there's a bunch of them. When Brooke gets going, he's always starts playing the piano and the violin and everything. Frankie will start strumming his guitar, and they'll start all singing. They'll have a big sing-along. There is, of course, the classic chopsticks in the nose doing the eel scoop dance, which everyone, is familiar with. They don't do it as often, but he does crack it up. He does bring it out every.
Spoiler alert for Opla, but it is in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There is the Usopp quiz, where in parentheses, Usopp hands out Usopp boards and everyone takes a quiz. There are punishment games involved. It says.
Wow, that's like what I do to have fun.
Zach, don't you and Usopp share a birthday too?
Yes.
The accusations are starting to pile up here.
Zach and Usopp in the same room. Yeah.
I can neither confirm or deny.
They also do arm wrestling, board games, Jenga, weapon darts, swords, axes, and knives.
Wait, do they say the word Jenga?
Yes, Jenga. Yeah.
That's incredible.
In Japan, it's not really treated like a trademark name.
Oh, okay.
They'll just
like
say
a
Jenga.
Band-Aid.
Which I mean is the same
I think
as,
to be fair,
as here.
Yeah, Jenga also is.
Yeah.
What do you
Gotcha.
do? You say like
got it on
tumbling
lockdown.
towers or something?
No.
Like no.
Wooden blocks. I don't know.
Yes,
have,
let's go play wooden blocks.
They also have drinking competitions, eating competitions, Jinbei's dice gambling, which is I mean that's a
that one
classic.
sounds fun.
Yeah, that's a classic
yeah.
Yakuza thing, which Jinbei is Yakuza coded, so that fits perfectly. Let's see. Okay, blindfold plank walking, I think. I'm not sure. I have to look up.
Piratey as shit.
That is very piratey. I'm not sure if that's the exact term, or if that might be a different game
Walking
that
the plank?
I'm not familiar with.
All the Devil Fruit users can't play.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's when it's most fun.
And then
It's
there's
Russian roulette, but on a plank.
there's sumo wrestling, Usopp's impression show, etc.
Oh, I'd say the sumo wrestling they did talk about. Remember Usopp's like record, Luffy's record against Usopp and Wano?
Yes.
And, the beginning of
And did we
Wano.
see a little bit of that in Film Gold too, the beginning? Or am I thinking of something else?
Or
I
one
don't
of the
remember
movies,
that.
maybe. I don't know.
But
Okay.
I know him against what's his face and
Hiroshima.
Yeah. Oh, human Jinbei.
But
Even Jim.
yeah. But he says, but the main thing, like the classic one, is when they sing. So that's like their main entertainment.
Family.
I
They
guess.
all sing. Oriwana.
Family.
Family.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So that's great. That's very fun.
Yeah, that's a fun question. The next one is, what is the name of Shanks's mother? Which is nice, since like we had
don't
that
see her
weird
face. The picture
Yeah.
is literally the back of her head.
Yes, it's the back of her head.
Please let that be
where
her
she's
name.
where she's got the VV hair.
Yeah, it's back of her
Back of the
head.
head.
Back of the head, yeah.
Back of the head. Back of the head.
Yeah, and then it's like the Robin face on the back of the head thing, like she just moves the hair away, and it's like, oh hey, here's my face. No, her name is Magnolia.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
name.
Interesting. That's a good name. Yeah,
I don't know. Back of the head. There's a ring
Back of
to
the
it.
has a ring to it. Yeah.
Back of the head, but in the middle, Magnolia.
Magnolia
with
Shanks.
quotations. Her last name is not Shanks.
I know.
That would be her first name.
Yeah, that would be her first. In Japan, it would be the first one.
So it's technically
in One
Shanks
Piece,
back of the head.
So
And
it's not Figarland Magnolia, but I guess right because they never married.
no, they definitely did not because he
doubtful.
murdered her.
Right. Well, I never stopped doing
Spoiler
them before.
alert for in this volume,
Gotcha.
she gets stabbed through the back,
All right, Magnolia. I like
shot
it.
through the heart.
You're
Go
too
ahead.
late.
I mean, I'm glad that Oda answered that because, like I said, there was still some questions about there's some interesting words that they used in that one little scene that she gets where it's she seems like she's probably more of a character than is being led on.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I assume we will get a proper Shanks flashback at some point in the series because how could
Maybe.
we not? How could
Yeah.
we not? That feels like
Could
necessary.
Could she still be a Davy?
Yeah,
If she's on,
she could.
If she's
We
on
don't
God
know.
Valley.
We don't know. No, it's that all the Davies were on God Valley, not that all the people on God Valley
All-
were Davies.
We're Davies,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's God Valley,
but
not
it's
Davy
possible.
Valley.
Yeah. You want Davy Valley. That's that way.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. This is an easy
I turned
mistake to
around.
make, yeah. All right. Last question. Last SBS for this volume. It says, "Hello, Oda Sensei. All right. The Rocks Pirates, Captain John and Gonzui, aren't they like the previous owners of the magnet fruit and the bomb fruit? And also they both seem to be using them in different ways than the other characters. And then, quote unquote Gil Bastar, the guy from the one shot, who was the guy with the weird little black hat. And he has the hollow fruit. Was he using negative hollows? So yeah, we're getting the questions about the fruits which people had been picking up on. Oda says, yes, that's right. They all were the previous owners of those fruits, and they are all dead now. You will
And they're all
notice
dead.
that. Yes, all three of them do appear in the Thriller Bark arc as general zombies. Not that really matters. Oda's classic SBS phrase. Yeah, so basically there's no set way that you have to use your powers. So, it's the personality of each person is going to come out in the way that they wield those powers. Since Gonzui has really big fat fingers, he can't pick his nose. So he can't do the Mr. 5 thing. He says, okay, well, that's it.
That's hilarious.
That's time. We are done with the SBS for today. Luffy does not appear in this volume, but next volume he will be tearing it up. So see you there.
I like that Oda actually notices that is true here. It's also crazy. Not only is this volume all flashback, it's just about all God Valley, minus a couple pages.
Right.
This is the time to do it.
Yeah, it's really nuts. It's not just all God Valley. It's not the complete God Valley. There's several more chapters before that were in the previous volume. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I'm just astounded.
Yeah, so that's the end of the SBS, and I did also check because I have not gone through this to do all of the revision and the translation and stuff. I did check the wiki just to see because they do track all of the minute Oda drew this this scar on this character because he forgot the first time or whatever. And usually
they do edits.
Yeah, they have on each volume's page. So it's he got the color of the the clothing wrong or whatever. The only significant change in the text was, and I remember this being kind of weird, which was that, and people pointed this out, when Big Mom, when they're going on God Valley, and Big Mom's like, oh, it's the fish fruit. I'm going to feed it to Katakuri. People who were at this point, Katakuri already had the mochi powers, apparently.
Oh.
And so they changed it. They changed it to Perospero, Which now I
That's
feel like now
funnier,
he has,
actually.
yeah, now he should draw that image instead of the Katakuri one.
I saw so much fan art of Katakuri Dragon Power when that came out too. That's so funny.
Yeah,
I think it's much funnier that it's
Prospero.
You have
Yeah,
a giant dragon tongue, like
yeah.
Oh, it's
Or was the
awful.
tongue
I don't
'cause
want to
of the fruit?
see it, but it's funny. What
Mhm.
else do we have in this volume, Steven? I
Yeah,
see some different
we
stuff.
do. Yeah, we have a little thing. I think this. Okay, yeah, it does say in the corner. This appeared in issue 40 of issue 40 Shonen Jump of 2025. It's like a 2-page like here's the story of the Rocks Pirates, and so it's basically just like a refresher. They must have put this in like an off
the
week
break
or something.
weeks,
Yeah. It's like the a special extra issue of the World Economic News. And so it's like Morgan's is telling you, like, here's all the members of the Rocks Pirates and what they're like after, and so on. And so it's like it's a nice refresher of your memory. And selfishly, I'm going to say I really hope Alexi does not want to put this in the volume because there is so much text on this.
There's a lot of
these
text.
Yeah, these kind of like data book style pages are.
Do they
like,
ever put these in?
I've definitely translated some of them before, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I'll definitely check first, but
that Luffy in the top left corner is so good. That expression.
yeah, he's in his like Elbaf outfit, just like sitting there with like a blank look on his face.
The only time you see him in this
"Holy
volume.
shit."
That's you looking to translate it, Steven. Like,
It's like,
God.
Oh boy, oh
What?
dear,
I have to do this?
oh brother.
Hmm.
So yeah, but it is a neat resource at the very least because yeah, there's a if you didn't know, there's a shitload of context behind the Rocks Pirates, so it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, this might be in
keep
it.
it straight.
I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
He won't give you some extra, whatever. I won't put Alexi on the
Yeah.
spot here, but I will.
Yeah, you put some pressure on the negotiations for
Yeah.
extra payment.
Yeah, Viz.
yeah.
You hear me?
I also included for these for Ken at least to see the Usopp Gallery.
Yeah, I was just going through all
images.
these.
Oh my god, I have
which
to
are
say
pretty fun.
the one at the top, the
Yeah,
main
the
one
title.
starting
Yeah,
is amazing. It's
it's Anjay with the
I'll let you-
kids. Yeah, it's Anjay with the kids from Elbaf, and she's saying like, "Oh, there's so many interesting, pieces here. Let's all look at the Usopp Gallery Pirates." And then like the ones that are up on the board are like, it's like all of Luffy's drawings of like
Yep.
Fish Nami and Frankie as like
Yep.
the giant weird
the shipwright
gross guy.
Yeah,
Shipwright Frankie.
Shipwright, yeah.
And then what's the third one? It's also a fish.
That's
I
I
don't know
think
that
that's
one.
what a fishman.
Fishman.
I think those were
yeah,
the
just like
two fish.
Oh,
Or no, that's a mermaid. Maybe that's how you drew a mermaid. I don't
Yeah,
know.
something
It's
like
very funny.
Yeah.
Those are definitely
And then
the three Luffy.
and then the kids are like, it's scary.
I
So,
want to see Nightmare, the Sleep Tids, for
Of
those.
these.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, that would be great.
Zach, look at the chopper here. Look one. Look at that chopper.
yeah, there's a very adorable.
I love the little.
Chapter
Yeah,
look.
it's just there's just one
like
little tiny
peanuts.
tear. Yeah, it is. It's
Mhm.
like, okay, this is the saddest scene in the manga, except it's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. They do have a little meme one in the corner where it's the scene where Emu sucks Saturn's life away, but in this one, Emu is saying, "I desire the grand prize," and they're like, "Your will will be done." And then like Saturn is getting desiccated here, and Emu is like, "Saturn, why did you not seize the grand prize?" So he's failed because it was not the winner. The winner is like a cool Gear 4 like Bounce Man Luffy in stained glass, which looks like
That
it would
is
be
cool.
awesome if you could see the colors. But
Is that actually stained glass, you think?
it-
Is what
it
the
probably
picture
yeah,
is?
no, it's a
is.
photo. Yeah,
Oh, that's so cool. I thought it was
What-
that's so
What
cool.
is the pen name? We could
Sometimes-
maybe find it. Yeah. Sometimes they post
it is
usually the artists.
it is Mocha Nosuke.
I'm gonna look for
um,
this real quick.
Sometimes they do
You might have to
like
type the
on
Japanese,
the
yeah.
Eiichiro staff or
They
like
do.
on the
one-piece.com.
or on the I was going to say on
true.
on One Piece.com they put the color originals.
They usually do, like, there's always a ton of fan art on, like, the front page of the site. Like, that's the first thing you see when you open it. I'm sure you could find it, Ken.
What was the site again? Sorry.
one-piece.com, the official One Piece website.
Onepiece.com, yeah. You should just be clicking, just click the button on your taskbar that goes straight to onepiece.com, Ken. I know you must have it.
Yeah. If you were a real Yamato fan. I'm just here to
I'm like looking through to find some more. Oh, somebody made a bunch of cookies. This is page 215.
I like a lot. I'm also like, I love this Love is a Hurricane with each of the. Although Roger never actually. Well, like, that's Gloriosa. Like, that never actually happened.
I'm looking.
Sorry, that's on the second page. But I like how we just don't know anything about Tritoma, so they just whited it out.
Oh yeah. It's just all the
Luffy's mom,
Amazons and the lover
yeah,
boys.
Luffy's mom. Yeah. So Dragon should be there, really.
Maybe. Somebody made some very adorable little, like, Kobe cookies, where it's a bunch of different looks at Kobe, like original Kobe and marine Kobe and stuff, and they look very delicious.
I want cookies.
Yeah, me too.
I
don't know. I'm looking at. Usually, I'm like looking for, like, what are the kind of the Mimi ones, but
these are all good. But there's something like
on 216, someone drew, like, the giants looking at the sleep tids, but they are like kid drawings, and they just look like Trogdors. It's amazing.
Oh, that's an incredible. That looks like a kid did draw that picture.
Yes, I think that's. They must have, like, gotten their kid to do it, like the adult drew it and then the kid drew it or something.
That is amazing. You know what?
Yeah.
Oda should have just had kids draw it for real. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes you have to let go of real responsibility. You can't micromanage everything. Let real kids draw the sleep tits.
That's better than I can draw, honestly.
Oh, well. I don't know, Ken. I haven't seen you draw before.
It's not great.
There's a reason he was coordinating the character.
Exactly.
Collab.
I did draw one character for the collab, but it was the fiery ghost spirit that Conjuro makes, because, like, that's just like a weird blobby ghost.
Yes.
Was it Kanembo or something like that?
Kazembo.
Kazembo. Yeah, that's
Kazembo.
right.
Oh, you drew that?
That was my contribution.
That's great.
It was just a ghost.
Speaking of kind of like blobby things, on the last page of the Usopp's gallery, what are those, like, the demonic little versions from? It looks super familiar.
Yeah, somebody did little, like, domi.
Is
like
that what
chibi,
they're supposed to be?
Yeah, they're little chibi, like, domi reversey, like, demon versions. They look more like icons, like they're not realistic.
I was going to say, this
all.
looks like merchandise or something.
Yeah, totally.
Like, this is super merchandisable.
Yeah, but that is from I Heart OP, the artist who does all
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. It stood out to me, apparently.
Yeah. They're very cute.
The Kid Pirate one is kind of cool too, I guess. Even though they're all dead.
They're dead. Yeah.
Yeah, as we know. Oh, WT100 might as well find out where things stand, right? I think that's probably a good idea. Since that's advertised here, I have to.
Oh, yes.
I have to. That's how advertising works. I recently learned that these top 5 are, like, which ones are the ones gaining the most steam this week, basically.
It's momentum based.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, and it would make much more sense. Like with rocks in particular, I feel like that's one that, like, okay, I get it. That's why. So we'll do these quick and then we'll wrap. Give Steven a chance to not talk. Japan. This is 5 through 1. Ace, Trafalgar D. Waterlaw, Sanji, Luffy, Zoro. In Asia, Trafalgar D. Waterlaw, Nami, Zoro, Sanji, Luffy. Oceania, Trafalgar D. Waterlaw, Robin, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. I have to say the full name for Law. It's contractual. I don't know with whom. In North America, Robin, Nami, Zoro, Luffy, Sanji. North America. Finally, something right. Central and South America. This is interesting. Luffy, Uta, Nami, Zoro, Sanji. Wow,
that's very interesting.
Non-canonical characters. Well, quasi.
Well, she's in there for a panel.
Yeah. In Europe, Robin, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Nami. Nami's doing very well this year, I feel like. Middle East, Uta. Something must have happened with Uta this week. Or the bots are back, maybe. Uta, Zoro, Luffy, Nami, Sanji, and in Africa, well, here you go. Africa, I feel like, does, in these top 5, exemplify the movements the most. You have Zoro, Luffy, Nami, Sanji, and Uta at number 1 this week.
Wow,
so,
what's going on with Uta?
Are back in town.
I think the Southern Hemisphere is really into Uta. I think these are almost all Southern, or like on the equator or somewhere around there. So something's happening since they're heading into the, what is it, fall? Maybe they're getting in an Uta
I hope it's
mood.
not botted. This contest doesn't really mean anything, but I do like knowing where everyone's thoughts actually are.
Yeah.
And botting kind of spoils that a little bit.
Well, we're only up to 6.8 million, and if you recall, when there were a ton of bots, it was at 70 million. So
yeah.
So Steven, that that is also part of volume 114.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any final thoughts from anyone?
It's a good one, but I'm looking forward to getting back to the Straw Hat story in the next volume.
Yeah, I'm curious what the cover is going to be for 115. I'd be remiss to not think there'd be some sort of giant dragon on it. I feel like that's.
I'm curious too. I feel I mentioned it during the SBS part, but I feel like Oda has really been kind of doing a clearinghouse on all of these. Here's this story thing that I didn't quite get to. Here's this story thing that I didn't quite get to, and I'm I don't know if there's any other things he can still clear up off the top of my head at least. And so I'm kind of curious if that's going to be kind of the end of that for a while, and we're going to kind of get back to I don't know, more present matters in terms of new information.
The only thing I could think of is if he doesn't get to the Loki and Lola stuff.
Oh, that is true.
Actually, a lot of that Loki during that 6-year period, I think.
That 6-year period he was at sea,
Right.
I'm sure they'll touch on it. I don't think we're ending Elbath.
And the Thrillerberg silhouettes actually were not revealed. It was a mysterious other misty experience with giants that took place many years earlier.
Everyone's in the mist hiding.
This is the second mist incident, and there's at least one other mist incident, so there's three.
Yeah.
That'll do it for our manga recap. Why don't we move into Piece Together?
All right.
This is the Piece Together segment live from Yonokuni, New Jersey, where we take your questions, comments, and theories and rip it, just like Billy the Ripper used to back in those days, What's our first segment, Ken?
Dispiece. First up, we got Big Mike. Hey, OPP, I was just browsing the YouTube channels of other One Piece content creators. And I noticed that your rival, Sanada, has almost twice as much subscribers as on his channel, where he shows off his collection of One Piece merch than you guys. You guys may have outperved him with your boyfriend bracket episodes and all the other lewd content on your podcast, but he still has more subscribers than you. What do you plan to do about this?
Well, clearly the answer is remove the lewd content. to be
Steven,
more like
we
Sonata.
we have been removing the lewd content. This is after we remove all that.
Wait, we need to be more lewd on here or less lewd?
Yes.
Or more lewd on YouTube, less lewd on the podcast?
I don't think it's possible to be less lewd.
I mean, when we do our next bracket with our glup shittos, like that could be more lewd.
Oh,
If you
we'll
want
talk
to be.
about that.
Oh
at
yeah,
the
you
end.
did.
We'll
Yeah,
talk
you
about
didn't
that.
announce that yet.
Yeah, come on. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What's next?
Our last disc piece, we have Guardian Ant. Hi, OPP. The Celestial Dragons treat humans as ants, and the Great Emu had been very clear that they see most matters as trivial. But Emu did just scold Warcry to discard arrogance and detachment before their descent into the lower world. I guess the matters of late have finally been deemed untrivial. Do you think Emu understood for a long time that these many small coincidences have been accumulating and formed a plan? Or do you think they finally realized in these last few chapters that it's just gotten serious?
I genuinely don't know, like, what. I mean, why did this push him to do this and not, like, God Valley, which I was just looking at the volume with, like, the page with all, like, the big shots, including Teenage Kaido, fighting against Emu and Saturn. Like, why was that not more of a,
Yeah.
Why this
well,
one?
I mean, I think that's one of those things where it's just like, okay, it comes down to Oda to, like, retcon, like, an explanation so that the big bad was not solving all of the problems as they occurred. But I would guess, I mean, even the greatest villain, like, they have to have a flaw. They have to be fallible for the hero to get the better of them. And so, I am not opposed to a mind canon that Emu is kind of slow on the uptake here. Like, maybe being immortal causes your brain to actually work a lot slower.
Or it could also be, like, when you're at the top and you're tyrannical or
you're untouchable. Yeah,
you are, but you also don't get all the right information all the time. Like, sometimes you just have sycophants, or you just have, people are doing the thing that you want them to do, not necessarily what you need to hear. And that might be part of what's going on.
We're living in a post-Vegapunk message to the world too.
True.
Because, like, before, like, we don't know what Emu's overall plan is for the world, but now, okay, the message is out there, the secret's out there, the bubbles and burst, and now just looking at Elbaf, like, oh, there's Nidhogg, oh, I can't dummy reverse Nidhogger or Nika. Like, all these new things could be like, all right, I can't just keep ignoring this.
The Holy Land is either quote unquote or actually on fire.
Everything's going to shit now, so I think Emu...
Yeah, the revolutionaries are really getting the upper hand generally. There's a food shortage. And Vegapunk's message, I'm sure, has stirred everyone else. Like, things are finally really riling up around the world, as far as we know. I mean, I'm sure it's even crazier than what we know.
The Popeyes event is only in 6 locations. Emu had
only 6.
Yeah, the people
the
are
Emu
rioting.
has to go.
The people are rioting.
It's time for Emu to show up in person.
Emu saw the video of all the scalpers for the cards. Like, I have to do something.
I'll say, if someone got an Emu cosplay together in time for, it's April 13th, so it's today. As they are listening to this, if they're listening to this when it comes out, if they are able to get an Emu cosplay together in time, excellent. He had to descend to the lower world to go to Popeyes.
That or bring the Japanese plush of silhouetted Emu to
even
Popeyes
better.
And have it sitting in one of the booths.
Even better. I should have ordered one of those.
I kind of want one of those too. Those are pretty great.
I'll say one of my favorite posts I saw this week is, yes, I know he's an imbo and he's around and all that and he looks great, whatever. But he'll always be a silhouette to me. And it's true. It's true.
Was it you who made that post of all our past Emu images?
Yes. Yeah.
That was genius.
Yes. The Grimu will never get past
Grimace
Emu.
Emu was the best.
Yeah, I think it's perfect because the silhouette fits perfectly.
Oh, Zach, they're on eBay for $150.
That's not as bad as I would
What,
have
the
thought.
Popeyes?
No,
the greasy boxes. Yeah.
the giant emu plushes are $150 on eBay. It looks like.
Why don't we
tempted.
move away from the shores of Dispeace, Stephen, to somewhere else?
Okay, we'll go to the subreddit archipelago at reddit.com/r/One Piece podcast. This is from last week, so we'll get some emu questions in here.
Yeah.
And Brad Wonder, who created the thread, started off with, "Hey, OPP, I know that the emu hype is real, but I wanted to mention a fun chopper theory that I haven't heard mentioned on the pod yet. I saw it a couple of weeks ago, so this is not my original idea, but the gist is that Emu designated Chopper as the other reversey player because of Chopper's low bounty. So because Chopper was deemed the least threatening enemy, he was able to flip others with as much ease as Emu. It's a bit silly, but I like it much more than Chopper's devil fruit being some special and amazing power." That's pretty good.
It's good. That would... You see, I think Emu's an idiot, as we discussed. We discussed him being an imbo.
Yeah, that's true.
I also like, so he would have to know the bounties, and then he would have to be a power scaler. Is he that evil? That he power scales through bounty numbers?
Oh, obviously.
Oh, he is, isn't he? Okay, no, this makes perfect sense, actually.
If they revealed that Emu was the one making the bounty numbers all this time.
Let's go with 568 billion, 300, whatever it is.
It's like a weird chain of command. The
Yeah.
Marines ask the elders ask Emu, and then it gets passed down the chain of command each time.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, I'm gonna make this one a pun.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a number joke.
Huh, he has 3 swords. What should I do about this?
This one
111.
spells boobies when you put it upside down. All right, next
You
one
got it.
is
That's
from
the answer right there.
the next one is from Icefisher10, who says, "Hello, OPP. This chapter was like an asteroid impact. I was blown away by Emu's design, though I'd be lying if I said I wasn't hoping for Lady Emu. I am grateful to Oda for making Emu as androgynous as possible and noticed a lack of any third-person pronouns, so jury might still be out. Then again, maybe not, since Emu appears to be shirtless. I say all this to preface my theory that Emu could be a rebis. I've not seen this word. Rebis. It's a kind of alchemical ultimate product, like the Philosopher's Stone, said to be a perfect fusion of opposites, young and old, human and beast, order and chaos, saint and sinner, man and woman. Could the immortality operation be responsible? What do you think? Am I just on copium?"
The divine hermaphrodite is apparently
nice.
That's the
For a rebus?
That's
the literary term, I guess. Where I'm trying to see where this comes from specifically.
It sounds Latin, rebus.
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think, it is. It respina, meaning dual or double. I'm looking at Wikipedia. But it also comes from the image appeared in the work of Azoth of the Philosophers by Basil Valentine. Oh, maybe that was that guy who wrote in earlier, Valentine from except this was in 1613, so
probably not the same guy.
No, probably not.
Else he had the immortality operation.
I mean, I think it could be that. I feel like it's just what are the Shonen kind of we got.
I mean, I don't think that Oda is going for that, but it would be interesting to find out what kind of like artistic influences he is synergizing in his depiction. I will point out that when they do say, and I feel like this was also repeated somewhere else, that when they do say, so when they say Saint so-and-so in the names, there is a certain kanji that they use that is translated to saint because it means like the holy or something like that. But like Shalria, the female celestial dragons have a different kanji. And so The fact that Emu, when it says like Saint Nerona Emu in the color spread, and then or not the color spread, but then in the last chapter, and then I think it was used one other place before. That is the one that you see on all the males. So, that would definitely suggest that Oda sees him as a guy, and I would agree. Since
is that
the
what
reveal
Ivankov used to describe him back when they were theory crafting with Sabo?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Did he actually say?
No, I think he just said
he
like
mentions, there's a name Emu,
the
Saint
kingdom
Nerona
of Nerona.
Emu.
No, I don't think he said saint.
Did he not say Saint? Okay.
Did he? Because if he did, then we've known
I'll
this
look it
entire
up. You
time.
guys keep talking.
Okay.
But yeah, it seems like we have a male character here, though.
Yeah, I agree. Though I really like that theory of the divine androgynous being. That's fun. I don't.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that isn't that a common like sort of like medieval like demonic artistic motif that like a demon is like hermaphroditic or something that they have both
why can't a demon just
male and
simply
female
not
qualities
have a gender?
I didn't bring
ridiculous.
this up. I didn't bring this up in the last episode, but it's kind of genius. That famous quote that like the devil's greatest trick was proving the world he didn't exist. Like the fact that Emu has tricked the world, like, oh, there is no king atop the world. It's very just fitting thematically.
I will say the fact that Emu and the demonic elements do feel very Western is fun. I mean, I don't know like how much of like, I guess I don't even want to say Christian because I think a lot is probably pagan and like earlier in like when I say Western too, I don't mean even just European. I think it's just non-Japanese kind of like hell.
He's definitely depicting
symbology.
like I think like the Cuphead devil. It's like, oh, it has the tail and the horns.
I'm only aware of that because I'm watching Steven
Yes, that's
playthrough.
why I bring it up.
Which
it's selling the devil thing without going like, what kind of demon or devil is this?
Yeah, it's a visual motif.
Yeah, I found the chapter in 1086.
Is this the devil? Yeah.
Chapter 1086, Ivankov says there was a monarch named Saint Emu of the Nerona dynasty, and uses saint. So if that's the same way it was used, then
yeah.
What chapter was that?
That's 1086, page 13.
Okay. Well,
yeah, that was what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was already kind of a point of evidence that it was probably not. Yeah,
I'm fine with him being a guy. Again,
I think we did discuss that actually. Now that I think about it,
like him being a girl would have been interesting, but like I have no problem with him being a guy. I just want to see what he looked like pre-fruit, like because I don't think the horns and the tail, like I'm sure that's the power of his fruit
before he got all fruited up.
Exactly. I want to see what he looked like. To me, he's like a skinny little dude, and then he got full devil.
I need Josh here.
I still think he has the silhouette fruit. I think that's. I mean, like half jokingly, but
we saw him transform into a dragon. He transformed into a big like amorphous blob chasing Sabo. Like he's he's changed his form a bunch of times, and now we're seeing he can give the power of demons to like the five elders and whatnot, because those were never fruits. They were just demon powers or monster powers that come from Emu. So it looks like he can create like any demon or devil out of mythology. Like it's a very loaded power what he's doing with the contracts and souls and tattoos, but it all fits into that devil afterlife underworld theming. So I think it's fine. I like it.
Okay. All right, let's move on. 23 Years Virgin says, hey, OPP, happy post-Emu reveal. Since Opla is finding its own pace and narrative, don't you think the One Piece remake, I'm guessing he means the One Piece, might change the narrative to avoid certain retcons in the story? Or would you prefer it to stay true to the manga but with better pacing? And my second question is, what are you guys doing for spring break? As for me, I'm going to renovate my backyard. Cheers and keep up the great work. I don't know. I'm not in school.
Doing.
I don't have kids, so I don't know when spring break actually is.
It happened for us already, but I think it's different.
It was this past
Easter.
week, I think.
Yeah, it was this past week. This came from 2 weeks ago.
Yes,
or a week ago.
No, this is 1 week ago.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, 1 week since.
Didn't we,
wrote the
Stephen?
question.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I did. I just did a bare naked.
It's been 1 week. Yeah. Ken, that we're not doing that again. That was last week.
Sorry.
Yeah.
1 week.
I
since
don't remember
we made
if we recorded that. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the question of like, should the One Piece
That's a good question.
avoid that is a really tough question to answer. Because I think some of those things are knots that like if you pull them out straight, they're just a line and it just removes everything that would be interesting about it potentially. I guess that would be stuff like, should things like akin to, for example, in translation would be like, well, if you retranslated it, should you say laugh tail because everyone knows?
Yeah.
Right, but like since it's out, it's out of the bag. The cat is out of the bag. So at some point, you just kind of assume, well, people just absorb it by osmosis. So we might as well just use laugh tail from the start, and then that reveal is no longer as exciting as it was. Or do you preserve it?
I'll say my 2 cents on this. Like, so I was thinking like how the Easter eggs, I'll call them, which is really what we're talking about here, like being able to retcons in OPLA. It irritates me a little. However, the real question is, how is it digested by someone who is reading this, watching this for the first time?
Yeah.
And that is a question I legitimately have no ability to answer, and probably, and certainly no one listening to this podcast has the ability to answer that either. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I think, a lot of what I notice with the live action is that a lot of these things are dropped, like the Bartolomeo thing, or, like there's little, obviously, things in the background. And someone watching that show for the first time, maybe with the same kind of magnifying glass that we would use on like a manga chapter, to theorize, what could this be? What is this? And they would have a completely different take on it. It wouldn't seem as superfluous or as fan servicey to them.
Yeah.
The problem is,
it might.
They would have to go to those insane lengths, knowing that like the answers to all the questions are like a half a second away. You just type it into the Google search bar, and you'll get all the answers to everything of that. So, it's just so unlikely that there's a significant number of people out there who would observe. I don't know. I feel like they hear all of those like references, like they did so many Easter egg like referring to this or that. I think they hear that, and it's the same thing as when like Gandalf is like, we must go through the forest of blah blah blah, and they're I was just like, it's that name, like whatever the fuck. Yeah. Exactly, and they just like completely, it just does not even register at all. I think that's how it goes.
That when people like ask me about like seeing spoilers early in the series, like what if I saw a picture of
right, it's the people who go like, that's a spoiler. They would have no idea it was a spoiler until you made a fuss about it. If I see a picture
of Yamato, like, that's not going to register to me at all. I'm going to completely forget. I'm just doing this to piss Ken off. But seriously, like when you see something like that happens way further in the series, and it's like before you really are digesting the series, you're not. Yeah.
I didn't mind it in the live action because in my head they're not reaching just Rosa. So like the fact, let's throw Bartolomeo in here, and that's a fun little. We saw Bartolomeo in live action.
We got to see him, yeah.
Even we never got to just Rosa. For the One Piece, the Wit Studio one, I want it to be as 1-to-1 as the manga as possible. It was written that way on purpose, and yes, there are quote unquote retcons, but you don't know they're retcons when you're watching it or reading it.
Would you be upset not if Bartolomeo played like a role? I'm not saying, but what if he was like in the audience there?
I wouldn't want that because I'm expecting Wit Studio to do the entire series, and we'll see him eventually. With the live action, I have doubts. So
I think that there should be minimal tweaks, and this is the reason we have the manga. Like, I think each adaptation should be just that. It should have something unique about it. and the anime is 1-to-1, so to speak, with lots of extra ones added in there, like for filler early on and that kind of thing.
I don't want to labor on this too long, but like to open a can of worms, when we eventually find out why Shanks lost his arm in the very first encounter with Luffy.
No, I don't want that to,
Like, can you imagine though? Like,
no.
that they have to retcon that? Like, okay, that's like one of the
tattoo.
Exactly. Like do you show Shanks like. Do you show Shanks the tattoo and like him like rolling up his shirt in the first episode to hide the tattoo? Like what do you like? Stuff like that would be bad, right? I don't want that.
Yeah. Well, and also like they've already done that episode, and then Oda's going to reveal it like 2 years after.
Exactly. And then what's the point of this?
Out. Yeah.
So and by this point, they've probably already done a lot of that.
I say no changes. Keep it to the manga as much as you can. It's fun when the live action does it. If this is supposed to be the definitive version of the manga to anime, it should be definitive.
I think as long as Oda thinks it was the live action changes, yes, were approved by Oda, but they weren't like really written by Oda. I think we could say that
they weren't
sure.
from him. Yeah.
I think if they are going to make those retcon changes, they should be from him.
Correct.
Like very specifically. I think so like for example, here's just a complete random one that we don't actually have. Let's say the Skypiea like hieroglyphs were supposed to actually like refer to like the Harley and the stuff in the deep past lore. Then do that. You know, like if Oda had that in mind, even if it wasn't in the original, like maybe Oda didn't really have the full scope of that like ancient past. I think like little like true Easter eggs in the background or that aren't like so like, ooh, look at this, are cool to have. But there's so many winks to the audience in Opla that it like kind of annoys me as like someone who has read the series very in depth for a very long time. I know that's not everyone's.
The winks were fun. It didn't deter me too much.
Sometimes they do. Like, and I don't think it's all of them, but like the Bartolomeo one, I actually did not mind. I thought it was cute, I guess. But there are like definitely moments where they like mention something and it's like I feel like they're winking at the camera. Even the laugh tail thing, even though it's in the manga. Oh, Roger, remember when we were in Laugh Tale? Wink.
Oh yeah, God Valley, like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I'm really. Did he say God Valley? I feel like he.
Yeah, you're the hero of God Valley.
Oh, the hero of God. Yeah, like that's okay. You're being a little cute. Like
and
that's
like
what it is.
Pedro's wanted poster in Rogue Town, and
you wouldn't have noticed that.
All the shops in Rogue Town had like the saints like names and like stuff like that.
That isn't as bad because it's not. Like, who cares?
It's just Easter eggs. It's just references.
Yeah,
like, again, no one would know.
I think the hero of God Valley is a little cute. Like, a little too cute.
I gotcha.
There's like levels of it. Anyway, let's move on. Sorry, Steven.
All right. Amiibo Hunter says, with Blackbeard's powers negating devil fruits, do you think his power would also negate Emu's power of the devil's fruit? Thanks, OPP. It's great to see Alex and Steve back in rotation. It's nice to hear from my fellow old men again. Hope the whole crew is doing great.
Yeah, and instead you got the young men.
I'm so sorry.
What the hell was the question again?
Yeah, Blackbeard's powers negate Emu's power. I mean, that's a real good question to test out.
If
we don't know what his power is technically still. So.
If all devil fruit come from Emu because he has the devil's fruit, then I would say that no, the Blackbeard's fruit would not work on him. If devil fruit come elsewhere and Emu just has the devil fruit, then yes, I would say Blackbeard's power would work against it.
I will say Blackbeard's ability to steal devil fruits is like the most threatening. That's not the word I'm looking for. Like ominous, thread through the series. That's kind of been happening in the background, sometimes in the foreground, and the fact that I think Blackbeard is definitely an Achilles heel here. And remember, someone touched Saturn's face too. So, right? It was Saturn?
Yes.
What's her?
Catalina Devon.
Yeah, Catalina Devon. Which she has. Oh no, what was it? She was
the Nine-Tailed Fox power.
Nine-Tailed Fox. I mean, that's basically Bon Clay's thing. Whatever.
I still don't understand how that plan works. Like, if Saturn starts walking around the Holy Land again, like, didn't you die? He passes garlic glow. Wait a second.
But does that mean she also has that power too? Like that?
No, I think she can just mimic his.
Okay. It becomes a little OP, but then you have Bonnie. So, next.
All right. Last two, very quick. Upstairs Jackfruit says, "Hey, OPP, another absolutely amazing chapter. Still can't believe we got the reveal of the king of the world. My immediate reaction when I saw Emu was Eneru vibes. Did anybody else feel that? Also been loving the guests from the live action too. Great work as always. Cheers." Yes.
Thank you.
Well, did you appreciate our discussion about Eneru? And
it's the pants.
And setting up Steve with the quiz to try to get him to guess that we were talking about Eneru.
That was fun.
That was good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
And last, do you have anything?
No,
Zach?
that was it.
Okay. Last one from Waffles, who says, "Hey, OPP, insane chapter reveal. Oda is giving Emu a time limit outside of Mary Joa. How long do you think he will be able to stay? Also, what color do you think Emu's skin is? Wrong answers only."
I genuinely think it is green or red.
He's
like some otherworldly color.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be a devil thing, I know
red
wrong answers
devil,
only,
yeah,
but yeah. So
like a dark
so
crimson-y
wrong answers
brown.
only, like plaid.
Yeah.
Purple. He's keeping his grimace look.
Yeah, lavender.
No, what's the
Periwinkle.
Gingham.
Periwinkle.
Well, what's that other design, like the Scottish plaid? I forget what that's called. No one knows what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
I just can't think of the name. Whatever.
Yeah.
I hear people yelling at us in the future. Again, that's not how podcasts work.
The time limit, I think it would be really funny if it was like two pages.
Yeah, Tartan. That's
there you
what,
go.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ken. That's why you're here.
To Google things quickly.
To Google things. I don't want to make the typey sound while I'm working. Yeah.
What else do archivists do today?
Yeah,
in
you're
modern.
You're the archivist.
Not much.
Thank you, Ken.
Of course.
That does it for Piece Together. Thank you for sending in those questions. Apologies. Our manga recap was like 7 hours long last week, so we weren't able to get to a lot of these, but I'm glad we did. Stephen has not read the chapter yet, so these are real answers. I have not read the chapter yet, just in case anyone was wondering. Let's round off the show. This has been the One Piece Podcast episode 914 for the week of April 13th, 2026. Thank you all for coming on the show this week. A reminder, the polls for our Patreon Sticker of the Month crew are currently open. Vote between Luffy holding up a book or Nami Legofied. Those are your choices. We also have Opla continuing this week. Aura, the wonderful, amazing musician who sang the vocals to Am I Enough, Tony Chopper from the Drum Island episodes of the live action series. Plus, if you haven't listened to Opla yet, great stuff. I'm hoping after we're done with this set of interviews to do kind of a season recap. I know people have been asking for it. It has just been scheduling on our end and getting that all together. So hopefully we could do like a real dive, and maybe I'll give it another watch as well. So look forward to those. Those come out every Wednesday, or regular episodes like this one come out on Monday. Steven, where could people find you?
I'm over on Blue Sky, stephenpaul.bsky.social. And check out One Piece will be back next week. Kane Banashi is rolling along. The anime has started. Check it out on YouTube. And Kurumi's Always Folly should have another chapter coming up soonish, next week or two. So yeah, you can see all those on Shonen Jump or at Manga Plus.
I am curious how Akane got, like, how YouTube got that. And I actually really like it. It's nice not to.
Yeah, not to have to deal with a subscription.
Yeah. Although I do anyway. Ken, where can people find you?
You can find me anywhere online under KindKing01, whether that be Blue Sky, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, not Twitter, anywhere. I'm the same name everywhere. Very easy to find. And please check out the One Piece art collab. I plug it every week. It is at oppcollab.bsky.social. It was a huge project where me and our artist Kirby got hundreds of artists together to draw hundreds of One Piece characters. It lasted well over a year. And now we post a character a day over there. It's like a little One Piece calendar. Very fun. So please check that out.
You can follow me at zachlogan.com on Blue Sky. Follow us at onepiecepodcast.com on Blue Sky. Or you could find us online at onepiecepodcast.com, where Emu's eyes see you. As of this recording, they might disappear.
That was a very fun addition to the website.
Yes. A huge thanks to Sai also last week for her episode image.
Incredible.
Trying to be coy about the emu reveal and also show the emu reveal is a tough one. You could follow us, subscribe, rate, and review us wherever you get your podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, the rest of them, YouTube at youtube.com/OnePiecePodcast. We are trying to pay more attention to all of you who are listening and watching on YouTube. So please let us know what you like, don't like, etc. about our releases there. They come out the same day as they do everywhere else, maybe a couple hours later just because of technical stuff, but check that out. And I think that is it.
We have one last thing. What is our next bit of audience participation going to be?
Yes. Oh, right. So thank you all for participating in our Arc Madness, our March Madness bracket competition. I know a lot of people thought the ending was a little anticlimactic because, wow.
Yeah,
the 4 highest rated arcs were the final 4 with very little fanfare.
They're good arcs.
they're good arcs. Like it plays out exactly as you expected, honestly. Yeah. But our next bracket, which may be up as the time that you're listening to this, I'm not sure yet. I'll try to get up as soon as possible. But we are doing our own the universal term known as glup shido, but we're calling this glup beardos. We have polled the host, we have polled the Patreon.
Glup shit beards.
Glup shit beard. Is that what we called it?
Yeah, I mean, we could call them Glup Beardos if you don't want to cuss in the name of the...
Glup Ship Beards, that's what we called it, yeah.
I think Glup Ship Beards is funnier, I was going to say.
Yeah. Yep, Glup Ship Beards. But we've polled the host, the Patreon, and people in the general Discord, and we're going to pit all these little freaks that everyone loves against each other, and it should be a much more...
freaks?
That's really what they are.
We named all of them Alex several times. Named a lot of them, I should say.
Yes, let me pull that up real quick.
Because they're all our endorsements for the WT100. Yeah. They're all our endorsements.
That's where we started.
Some names on here. We have Strawberry. We have Porchemi Penis Face. We have Kinderella on here. Charlotte Moscato, Mr. Gelato. It's a bunch of the podcast fan favorites with a bunch of what you guys suggested as well. So, and it's going to be completely random. This one's not going to be seeded because
it needs to be seeded.
How do you seed some of these guys?
Yeah, Strawberry's going to beat all of them. I don't really see what the issue is here.
But this should be a more interesting competition start to finish where we can't really predict how this one will play out. But thank you all for enjoying the last one so much. It was very fun seeing everyone vote in the polls. So hopefully we can make this a monthly or a reoccurring thing.
I was just going to say, if you want to vote or participate, all you need to do is join our Discord. It's free to do. Anyone could do it. The link is on our website. It's the link that looks like the Discord logo, or you could, find it. I think you could probably just search it on Discord and find us. But yeah, anyone could subscribe, and it's in our, what's the channel? It's the bracket. It's the current polls, just as under brackets of consequence. So there you go.
Yeah, there's two channels underneath that category. One for the polls, one for the discussion. So everything is separated.
Yes. And you could join our wonderful community. Over 1,000 folks have already subscribed on our main Discord server. So yeah, join us there. Give us some boosts if you'd like, but Patreon's more important. So if you have to choose, Patreon. I think that'll do it. Next week, we're going to go through chapter, what are we up to? 1180, I believe. And I think after that, is it Golden Week after that? Is that what we're up to in the year already?
Oh, that might be coming up soon. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think, well, we'll see. We always have more stuff to talk about.
Golden Week is April 29th through May 6th. So end of this month.
that is the week after next.
Yeah.
So we'll either have the double issue this week or next week then. That might also be why we'll see. But until then, everyone, my name is Zach. Fuck Ice. We'll see you next time, everyone. Goodbye.